What's up, everybody? It's another one, like DJ Khaled said. Operation Wisedome meeting. Today is July the 9th at 6:09. Wow, look at the synchronicity there. July 9th on 6:09. Okay, perfect. So what we got going on today is subpoenas, y'all. I got this huge piece that I put together in relation to subpoenas because I'm going through subpoenas right now in several different aspects. We've got people that really need to start understanding how important it is to bring forth subpoenas, not just depending on ourselves, but depending on others as well, and their testimonies and their statements and what they've seen and their truths and their facts all together, right? And so as we go through some of this is pretty extensive. I'm not going to be able to read it all. It's about a 173-page document in relation to subpoenas with 25 chapters that are going to give depths of aspects that we can start to utilize that we just haven't been utilizing, including myself. So one of the reasons why I even came in relation to doing this aspect was because in my last hearing within Salem, I had the judge say, well, do you know how to do subpoenas? And I'm like, yeah, I know how to do subpoenas. Wink, wink, right? So here we are now learning in depth on the aspect of what we can find out, essentially, in relation to subpoenas. Now, I got to give a disclaimer. I am not an attorney, okay? Not an attorney whatsoever. I am a researcher. I love providing information and doing all that I can. So please do not take me as an attorney in any manner whatsoever. And please, yeah, I had to do that. Yeah, just know, do your own due diligence and research, okay? That's number one. All right, so if we're going to get into today, oh, am I sharing everything? I'm sharing everything. Cool. And I think we can just get out of this for right now. Yeah, move the chat over here. So I'll keep an eye on the chat. Now, one of the first things we're going to be getting into is the subpoena mastery, okay? And this is a guide. I'm going to throw this in the chat for everybody right now, so if you want to come along with your boy. Comes out to 1.36 megabytes. Wow, synchronicity is crazy right now, bro. Okay. Now we got a couple different things here. First off, we can go, actually, before even diving into the depths of it, let's go through a subpoena process flowchart, okay? How are y'all doing tonight, by the way?
Excellent.
Doing well.
Good.
Good.
Oh,
Fabulous.
Good.
what's up, Thomas? I hear your voice.
What up?
How you been, Thomas?
Wonderful.
I think we got both Thomases in here, though.
Yeah.
Where's the other Thomas?
Here, man.
Yeah, I was about to say, I knew I heard your ass. You the only one that got a voice that deep.
Man, man, this weather out here in Texas is kind of crazy, man. But we all here. Yeah, everybody's surviving. I'm glad everybody's
I'm here.
Well, I'm glad everybody's here. I'm just saying everybody, the Wisedome is here. That's it.
Wait. Actually, I made a mistake. I need to do one thing. Who's here for the first time? And all of those who can have your camera on, why ain't you got your camera on? Yeah, quit playing with me. I want to see your beautiful face.
Because I'm doing laundry and my dishes, and I'm listening while I'm doing.
Stop! You ain't ever on camera, Steve. Stop.
Stop playing, Steve.
Yeah, stop playing, Steve. What's up, Robert? Is this your first time, Robert? Robert's got that case number in that bad boy in his name. What's up, Katya? What's up, Alex? Who's here for the first time? Y'all quit playing with me. Somebody's here for the first time and it's brand new.
Here for the first time, big dog.
I'm here for the first time. My name's Zoe. I'm at work though, so I have to keep my camera off.
Okay, that's fine. Can you introduce yourself real quick though?
Yeah, I'm just Zoe from Colorado.
Okay, Colorado. What else? How you find out about us? Okay, sorry. Let me phrase this correctly. Anybody new for the first time, please tell us your name, where you're from. You don't have to tell us your age. It would be nice, but and how you found us and all that good stuff and why you're here. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, I've just been doing processes. I'm preparing to get rid of my driver's license, and I'm, getting my, passport, and just really pulling out of the matrix. And as I watch your YouTube channel, and got onto your email list, so. I'm planning on suing my city right now. So
all right, let's go. That's exciting.
Pro se here.
Yeah, that's exciting. I like it. I love to hear that. Well, everybody welcome Zoe, please.
Welcome, Zoe. Then we got Alex too. Alex, you new too?
Welcome, Zoe.
Well, I need
Welcome,
everybody to
Zoe.
wait. I need everybody to welcome Zoe first, please.
No, wait.
Hey, Zoe.
Welcome,
Welcome,
Welcome, Zoe.
Welcome,
Welcome,
Zoe.
Zoe.
Everyone.
Welcome to the fam.
Let's do this right now. Come on.
Welcome
Hi,
to
Zoe.
Wisedome, Zoe.
Mine.
Welcome to the Live Zone. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
All right. So who else we got here for the first time? Alex. Come on, Alex. Introduce yourself. Tell us about it, man.
Actually, my phone, that's my phone's name. My phone's name, Alex. But my name is Marquise. I'm actually Noble Piglet in the Discord.
Oh,
Okay, Noble Piglet. What's up, bro? Now we can put a name on that thing. Somebody put Marquise on Noble Piglet real quick. Somebody put Marquise.
Marquise, I got it.
Okay, I'm gonna rename him right here too.
But I'm from Virginia though, and I'm 30.
Okay, 30.
But yeah, I found out about you guys through my little brother, and like we kind of been on this journey for a little minute, and he just kind of just like was like, bro, look, start watching this, and I just started watching it, started reading some of your stuff. I done read like Rebut That and a bunch of most of the other stuff you got already. So I kind of just been like doing my own due diligence, but now I'm just like, nah, I think I need to tap in now because I got some things that I had posted that I'm trying to really take care of.
Where in Virginia are you at? General area. You don't have to give.
Northern Virginia.
Northern. Okay. Well, I'm sorry to hear about that, but that's cool, man. I'm in the Roanoke area, so we got about a 4-hour distance.
4 hours.
between
That's
us.
definitely about a 4 hour distance.
Yeah.
It's so
All right, well,
funny
that's
how
cool.
y'all talk about 4 hours like that. It's like yeah, it's 4 hours, like it's a long time or something. It's like in Texas, you can't get anywhere without driving about 4 hours. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, yeah, it's just like Florida. Yeah, 8 hours, you're still in Florida, man. Well, at least when you're in South Florida. But yeah.
Going from the north panhandle of Texas down to the southeast edge, it's like an 11-12 hour drive.
Okay.
And that's going at a semi-speed.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, everybody, wait. Everybody, hold on. Everybody, welcome. Well, first off, before welcoming, I want to congratulate you for grabbing Rebut That shit and doing your due diligence, bro.
Hell
That's fucking
yeah,
amazing.
buddy.
You're not one that's just out here being like, gimme, and hand out, and just being like, I need to depend on you and do it for me. You're doing it yourself, and I appreciate that. So everybody, please welcome Marquise.
Welcome.
Welcome,
Welcome.
Welcome.
Thank
you for supporting Wisedome. We welcome everybody.
Welcome, Marquise. Piglet.
Annette, I see you in this thing, girl. What's up, Annette? All right, who else is here for the first time? Come on now, don't be shy. Come on.
Robert, I'm here first time.
Robert Puckta.
What's up, Robert? Why don't you go ahead and give us a little bit about yourself, brother? Tell us why you're here and how you found us. What's up?
Thomas talked about it. So I asked him, he said something about it. I said, I'd like to listen to the subpoena. So here I am.
Here you are. Everybody welcome Robert. Oh, well, wait.
Welcome,
keep
welcome.
going.
Who I am, what I am, I'm an old carpenter, and I've been involved with legal research for probably 10 years. I've won several cases and working on a few now.
Okay. Well, everybody welcome Robert real quick.
Welcome, Robert.
Welcome, Robert. Good seeing you here.
Good seeing you, Robert.
Welcome, Robert.
Welcome to the fam.
Now, before we move on to Greg Lee, okay, I want to ask you this. So what all have you won? What have you been fighting and what are you pursuing?
Traffic cases. I haven't had a driver's license in 15 years now.
Let's go, boy.
I've won about a half a dozen cases.
Let's go.
Yeah.
What state?
California.
Okay, good. Yep.
Not only that, but he's probably filed at least 7 judicial ethics complaints against judges and probably 16 or 18 ethics complaints with the state bar, which has caused major havoc where he's at. So,
oh man, you got
bro.
You're crushing.
Up in here.
Oh, we can't. We love you, Robert.
Yeah.
We got a lot to
I know
complain
when
here. We got a lot
Robert,
to
you're gonna be my
complain.
next best friend.
when
What's your
they
phone
start
number right now?
letting
Go ahead and tell
let
all
them
of us. We're
know.
gonna be calling you.
What's that?
And also,
That's it.
Cam, just to get a little backstory too about Thomas Ford and Robert, they are in the jurisdictionary study group with me from before I found you guys.
Oh, let's fucking go. All right, so y'all are gonna be new. Y'all are probably gonna end up being Wiseman then, probably right off the bat. Just because you got a good sound knowledge, you got good experience, and that's what we need. We need more of that. Because we're
If
growing
I
at an exponential rate that we cannot sustain. I'm telling you right now, it's
if I may, real quick, I posted something in here at 6:13 p.m., which is public defined under Ballantyne's Law Dictionary, 3rd edition. The vast multitude, which includes the ignorant, the unthinking, and the credulous, who in making purchases do not stop to analyze, but are governed by appearance and general impressions. J.W. Collins versus F.M. Past, 14 DC Court, 14 Federal Second. The other one is Ex parte Garland, fourth wall 333 to 370. Authorizes only the practice of law in courts as an officer of the court, a member of the judicial branch of government, to represent wards of the court. As such, infants, AK minors, C31 CFR 3.363.6, and persons of unsound mind, i.e. fictions of law, as a public defender in criminal cases. A state cannot license an occupation of a common right. Redfield versus Fisher, 292, page 813, 817, 819. Then I just posted the definition of a pettifogging shyster is
Yep,
an
this one.
unscrupulous practitioner who disgraces his profession by doing mean work and resorts to sharp practice to do it. Bailey versus Kalamazoo. So yeah, I wanted to put that stuff in there.
straight up. I like it. I love it. Now, wait a second. Thomas, you're new too, but I got to get to Greg first. So, Greg, the handlebars, bro, you got them. You got him, bro. That's badass, bro. I want you to come up and introduce yourself. Tell us where you're from and how you
Hey,
come.
gang, what a pleasure it is to be with y'all tonight. My name is Greg Lee. I'm from Canyon Lake, Texas, and I've been following Cameron for a minute now, and I finally put my jock strap on and decided I'd come on and join you guys. And I just what an honor and a blessing it is to be with a group of people that are finally coming around to taking their birthright back that their creator gave them, that the states and all these other people want to steal from us.
Right.
And what a blessing it is to be with like-minded people. And let's take the fight to them. That's all I can, just thank you for having me. Really appreciate it.
No, thank you for being here. Everybody, welcome Greg, y'all.
Welcome, Greg.
Welcome,
Yeah,
Greg.
buddy. Welcome, Greg.
Welcome,
Greg.
Welcome.
Great to have you in the Wisedome, brother.
Good to have you.
Appreciate it.
Super
Getting
good to
used
have
to
you.
it. I'm here now.
And kudos on those
Who
lamb
does your-
chops.
Who does your sideburns?
My wife does. Yeah.
That's right.
Now, Thomas, why don't you come on up now? Introduce yourself real quick.
Thomas Ford.
Yeah.
Well, this is Thomas Ford. I've been doing this since about 1980. I have I used to be I got involved in 1980 with Irwin Schiff. May he rest in peace. God bless that man. And started working with another guy who we videotaped his seminars at the Beverly Wood Hotel in North Hollywood, in Las Vegas, in Anaheim, in San Diego, in Phoenix, in Las Vegas. Yeah. And then I started working with other very, very well-founded people who went to law school and decided not to become attorneys, but became JDs, and worked with the mastermind group out of. Oh, I mean, I've been worked with countless groups, probably 3 dozen different groups over the last 45 years.
Nice, bro. Well, what state are you out of?
I'm on the state of confusion. Oh, I'm a Floridian. I'm a Floridian by birth. I'm currently on the soil of Nevada.
Okay, you're out in Nevada. Nevada's up in the air right now, or was up in the air for a while. But that Michael Little case got closed out, so I guess not. Unfortunate. I'm sure you're aware of the whole Michael Little Bundy thing, correct, in Nevada?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yep. In fact, one of the guys I
Did you
worked
see that
with
law?
in
Did you see the lawsuit? Did you see the civil
no,
suit? You didn't see
but
the
I
Bundy
met
suit?
him. We did a thing called Banatuku M33 back in 2007 to 2009. I did
Here,
probably
Thomas, check this
14
one
some.
out. Check this one out. In the chat right now, I just threw in the Bundy case that was brought forth by Little. Little found out that there was about 11 million acres of Nevada that was open and free to claim. He claimed it. They killed him. Then they
Yep.
brought forth the suit, and then the suit got claimed because they never answered to the suit.
But you met with Michael Little, Thomas?
I never heard of. Well, I've heard of Michael Little, but I never associated with him. I never did anything with him.
Who did you meet in 2009?
Troy.
In 2000, well, in 2000, 2007 to 2009, I worked with a gentleman from a researcher musician out of New Jersey. We spent 6 months researching. We went through about 36,000 pages of information and documents. We put together a seminar that lasted 3 days called Banatuku M33 that tied into the Hammurabi Code, going back to the days of the Pharisees and the adoption and the principles of what brought forward in the form of being acceptable as usury. Like if you ever saw the movie the Merchant of Venice. So this is, yeah, I've done a lot of research. And I published my own treaty document in 2015, which is 138 pages. It's been filed with the Library of Congress. I have an ISBN number and an
Nice.
LCCN number. Yep.
Nice.
Cool.
Congratulations, bro. You're doing mad work, bro. I'm proud of you, by guy. You out here
Yeah,
getting
Thomas
it, dog.
is
Let's go.
Thomas is a amazing fountain of information when we do our group meetings for jurisdictionary.
I'm hype, bro. That makes me so hype, bro. Well, thank you for being here. Everybody welcome Thomas, man. He's a wealth of knowledge. Let's
Welcome,
go.
Thomas.
Welcome, Thomas.
Welcome, Thomas.
Welcome.
Welcome,
Thank you.
Welcome, Thomas.
Great name, Thomas.
Great name, Thomas. I see you, Quentin. What's up, Quentin? Now, Andre, I saw you on last time, but I don't think you've ever really introduced yourself. You want to come on this time and introduce yourself before we get started?
Sure thing, sure thing. How's everybody doing? I'm in bed right now, so you can't see me, but I just found you on YouTube, man. Your Hood River case. Like I said earlier or last time, it kind of inspired me the way you handled it and the way you just stood on your principles and what you believe in. And it really drew me to the Wisedome, to the Discord, and just learning all your things, seeing the documents, seeing what you be writing. It's really eye-opening, and it's something that I resonate with.
For sure, for sure. What state are you out of?
New Jersey.
Jersey. Yo, everybody, welcome Andre.
Andre, welcome.
Welcome,
Andre. Welcome,
Andre.
Andre.
Welcome.
Now,
Thank
for
you.
some of the old heads in here that know more than me and may be able to help benefit in relation to the subpoenas aspect as far as what we're going to go through tonight, please do so. Again, this is Operation Wisedome. I've never claimed to know everything, and I don't know everything. I'm constantly learning all the time, right? Because I have stayed in this realm for so long, and we're just continuously branching out. So please give me your wealth of knowledge so that we can just continuously benefit others, right? Don't feel as though you got to hold it back. Some feel that way. You need to, like they will always say, is come get my course, come get my course, come get my course. But if you just freely share, we're just going to grow our nation, bro. And it's just going to be better and better and better. So we're going to get into the subpoenas aspect of what I developed for tonight. Let me see if I can, I want to pause this. Or actually, I can just turn it down a little bit. Let's see, this one. Okay, and then we're going over to that one there. Okay. So, I don't know, is it showing the whole thing? Can y'all see it all the way?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Now, I threw this in the chat. Does everybody have it in the chat or no? Did y'all get it? It's a PDF.
We got it in the
Yes, I
email
got
too,
it.
right?
Yes, it's there.
Okay, the one you got in the email is not the same as this one here. Okay? So I just want you to be aware of that now. So I'm going to, again, throw it for you one more time into the chat on here in Zoom right now. Okay, it is not the same one. All right. So let's get it going. All right, so the part one of the unified constitutional framework, we already know that the Constitution is the framework over everything, but are we setting the stage in the courtroom for that statutory framework to be applied, or are we still bringing forth motions, documents, whatever we're doing in relation to a statutory 8.3, right? We need to get everything over into the constitutional framework because that's a total different body of law. So the foundation of all legitimate legal practice and the source of all authentic government authority, of course, rests upon the fundamental recognition that all of these rights, well, certain, exist not by governmental grant or by constitutional creation, but by the virtue of the divine endowment, that natural law principles that predate and transcend all human institutions. We know this for a fact. We know that the natural law of hierarchy and the divine authority is what grants us to operate in this aspect in the first place. It's not a theory as much as it is a truth in relation to everyone throughout time who has spoken on these things in and of itself. Okay? It ain't a human consensus whatsoever. It's straight, or even an institutional power, but from the divine nature of the spirit that lives within you. That spark that I see and I'm looking at right now that is able to translate the ether in which you breathe in into actual manifestation and energy, life, creation. What? What's up?
Yeah, you said it right there, Kevin.
I mean, that's what it is, bro. So again, the practical implications of this natural law, comprehension, knowing within, okay, extends all throughout the aspects of the subpoena practice and constitutional advocacy. When governmental actors refuse to comply with legitimate subpoena obligations, they violate not merely the procedural rules or statutory requirements, but fundamental natural law principles that form the foundation of the legitimate governmental authority. So when courts deny legitimate subpoena requests or fail to enforce constitutional obligations, duties, ministerially, okay, they exceed the bounds of their delegated authority and act in violation of the natural law principles that justify their existence in the first place. So when these prosecutors suppress exculpatory evidence or interfere with the presentation of the defense evidence, like they was doing today with my homegirl PALMIRA, talking about, well, we don't see anything that really leads us to believe that she's not guilty. It don't work like that. What are you talking about?
Evidence of not guilt. Yeah, right.
It's crazy, bro. I can't. Okay, stop. Okay. So they violate creator-endowed rights that exist independent of their institutional authority and create grounds for constitutional challenge based on the natural law supremacy. So the advanced practitioner, you and me, must understand or comprehend that natural law foundation provides not merely philosophical justification, which goes back into what? What does philosophical foundation or justification fall back into? What amendment? Talk to me. Come on now, I need some participation. What
First.
Okay, thank you.
First.
Your philosophical justification is most definitely based on the faith and aspect of your religion and how you believe. You have every right to have that. Again, for the justification for constitutional advocacy, but practical authority for asserting rights with confidence and demanding governmental compliance with constitutional obligations. Now, the creator-endowed nature of compulsory process rights means that these rights cannot be legitimately denied by governmental convenience, institutional preference, or even administrative efficiency. They represent fundamental aspects of human dignity and individual sovereignty that must be respected by all governmental actors operating within their constitutional boundaries. Okay? We know about the standing on these aspects. I've brought this forth several times. What is the most? Let me just ask. Let's ask Quentin and Kate. What is the basis of what we work off of the most? Everything that we're getting down to as far as the bottom.
Are you talking about creator-endowed rights, or are you talking about
Creator-endowed rights? Nothing can supersede those. Period. So the practical implications of this individual sovereignty principle extend throughout all aspects of this. Oh, yes. When they issue a subpoena, they exercise the same fundamental authority as any governmental entity, derived from the same constitutional source that entitled the same enforcement mechanisms. So when they demand compliance with constitutional requirements, they assert rights that exist independent of governmental recognition that cannot be legitimately denied by any institutional convenience or administrative preference. Let me see. So we got limited governmental constitutional constraints. The enforcement of these constitutional constraints through strategic. Okay. So the enforcement of these constitutional constraints through strategic subpoena practice represents one of the most effective methods available to us as litigants for controlling court proceedings by exposing governmental misconduct and achieving favorable outcomes through constitutional supremacy. By consistently asserting the limitations on the governmental authority and demanding compliance with constitutional requirements, bringing forth those creator-endowed rights, again, we may expose the arbitrary nature of the prosecutorial actions. See, we get down to those aspects of showing that the misconduct is being applied because we've brought up the constitutional violations in the first place. So then we move on to revealing judicial bias and institutional prejudice, which is currently what we have to do with PALMIRA's situation, and really throughout all of them, just the continuance of in and of itself. Like, I just got done talking to Salem yesterday, the DA. She's telling me we'll speak about everything on the 13th of August. I'm about to rebut it and bring it back and say, no, actually, you need to go ahead and file something for me to be prepared for that August 13th hearing, right? Integral and hierarchical analysis, the Sixth Amendment with the constitutional hierarchy. Okay. Now, the Sixth Amendment provision that, quote, in all criminal prosecutions, the accused shall enjoy the right to have compulsory process for obtaining witnesses in his favor. Somebody explain that to me in their own layman terms real quick. Come on now, somebody can say something on this. In all criminal prosecutions, criminal now, the accused shall enjoy the right to have compulsory process for obtaining witnesses in his favor. Who and all shall come to that?
Your peers.
Any alleged defendant has the right
Fifth
to
Amendment.
gather evidence in the form of witnesses in their favor.
Okay, so in what way does that mean? In what aspects? Anybody and everybody? Can you?
Compulsory, yeah, like they can compel. They have the right to compel, use the court to get whoever to show up.
Thank you.
It's not just witnesses, it's also documents.
People who host documents, people who are who process evidence, any expert witnesses on a certain subject that can look at the situation, evidence, documents in that manner and give an evaluation on said. Go ahead. Anybody else?
Custodial principals, custodial members, custodial agents.
Correct. 1 second. I have to. Y'all bring up just some more real quick. I gotta run upstairs to the refrigerator.
Any type of data, like electronical data information, anything like that.
Yeah, I posted in here because this is a very, very important topic. Cruden versus Neal from the North Carolina Supreme Court on May 1st, 1796. I don't know if you guys have heard of it, of the case.
I've heard of it.
Yeah.
I've mentioned it a bunch of times, but this is the first time I've heard somebody else say anything about it.
What's up, Lynn?
Yeah.
How you doing, bro?
All
very
right,
important
and then
case.
and then you got Rodriguez versus Ray Donovan.
Yep.
Okay, we'll start this one back over. So, Sixth Amendment provision that in all criminal prosecutions, the accused shall enjoy the right to have compulsory process for obtaining witnesses in his favor, represents the specific constitutional recognition that the creator endowed right to present a complete defense, not insufficient or incomplete, but a complete defense. But this provision cannot be understood in isolation from the broader constitutional framework that establishes the relationship between individual sovereignty, self-governance, and that governmental authority. The compulsory process right operates within and derives additional authority from the due process clauses of the 5th and 14th Amendments. So we're now we're bringing in all kinds. It's all tied together.
Yep.
The equal protection clause of the 14th Amendment and the fundamental constitutional principle that governmental power, again, is limited. and only must be brought forth within those boundaries. Okay. Now, it's essential for us because it provides multiple constitutional foundations. Again, multiple. We're tying them all in for asserting the compulsory process rights now. Now it becomes it's not just a process, it's more of a right. You see what I'm saying? It's not just a process or something, that's like, yeah, you can use, it's a right, which creates an overlapping protections that prevent governmental actors from avoiding those constitutional obligations, duties, ministerially, of course, through narrow interpretation of the specific provisions in and of itself. So when these prosecutors are arguing that particular evidence is not subject to compulsory process requirements, you got us messed up. All we got to do is invoke the due process principles that require fundamental fairness in the criminal proceedings. That's all it takes. Just invoke it. Just know it. All you have to do is know it and try to remember it. I know there's a lot to remember, but just try to remember it. Because they're going to try and limit subpoena authority through restrictive interpretations of the Sixth Amendment. They're going to try, I'm going to give you my interpretation. But again, we, the practitioner, may assert equal protection principles that require the equal treatment of pro se defendants and represented defendants. Okay? Now, the Supreme Court has recognized this integrated constitutional approach in numerous decisions addressing compulsory process rights. In Washington versus Texas, the court emphasized that compulsory process rights represent, quote, a fundamental element of due process of law, that these rights are violated when the state arbitrarily denied a defendant the right to put on the stand a witness who is physically and mentally capable of testifying to the events that he had personally observed and whose testimony would have been relevant to material defense. This holding establishes that compulsory process violations simultaneously violate due process requirements and create grounds for constitutional challenge based on the multiple constitutional provisions. Let me see. Strategic opportunities. Yeah. So you got to understand, with all of these aspects, you get strategic opportunities for asserting rights through multiple constitutional pathways. Rather than relying solely on the Sixth Amendment compulsory process arguments, the sophisticated advocate may assert due process violations, equal protection violations, and fundamental fairness arguments that provide additional constitutional foundations for the same practical relief. Instead of just using one, why not go tap into all of them? Make them all intermingle. Of course, this integrated approach prevents governmental actors from avoiding their obligations. Okay? Due process integration with the fundamental fairness. I could go through that, but we just did that pretty good right there. Equal protection applications and anti-discrimination. Do I want to go on that one right now? No, I'll wait on that one too. You can read on that one. The limitations. I don't go too much on the limitations. Okay. So the federal subpoena system operates as a unified framework designed to implement, this is on the federal level now, the constitutional right to compulsory process while providing procedure. Okay, yep. Okay. The federal rules of civil procedure and federal rules of criminal procedure represent congressional implementation of the constitutional right to compulsory process through specific procedural mechanisms designed to ensure that these cradle-endowed rights receive practical protection in federal court proceedings. These rules operate, of course, within the constitutional framework, again by the Sixth Amendment, due process, and equal protection, and must be interpreted and applied in a manner that maximizes the constitutional protections while providing efficient procedural mechanisms for assertion of compulsory process rights. Of course, they're obligated to comply with legitimate subpoena requests and cannot claim immunity from constitutional obligations based on administrative convenience or institutional preferences. Third, courts are obligated to enforce compulsory process rights and cannot exercise discretion to deny legitimate subpoena requests without violating those rights as well, or at least principles. Now, the Federal Rules Enabling Act establishes the constitutional framework for rulemaking authority and provides that federal rules shall not abridge, enlarge, or modify any substantive right. This constitutional limitations ensures, again, that these creator-endowed rights are protected. Then we have the practical application, implementation, common despite procedural differences in civil and subpoena practice, issuance, authority, judicial, civil. Okay, so both the civil and criminal subpoena practice recognize that subpoena authority derives from the constitutional right to compulsory process. Yes, we know. Federal Rule of Civil Procedure 45, okay? 45 provides that the subpoenas may be issued, okay, by the clerk of court or by the attorneys as officers of the court, while Federal Rule of Criminal Procedure 17 provides that subpoenas may be issued by the clerk of the court upon request. So let's take a look at Federal Rule of Civil Procedure 45. Look up the Federal Rule of Civil. Oh, no, I don't want to do it like that, bro. Oh, I can't do it like that. Okay, so copy back out. And we come over to, boom. Pull it up, bam, bam. Cornell. So the Rule 45 on the subpoenas in general. 1. Form and contents. A. Requirements in general. Every subpoena must state the court from which it is issued, state the title of the action and its civil action number. Relief. And then what are we doing? Hood? No, it's Salem. Salem. The Fresco. Then we'll get actually into some guidance too. I want to show you those guidance ones. Okay. So this one's not fully completed out, but it's going to get there. I'm going to get it done before we have to go next month on the 13th. Y'all can see my screen or no? See it?
Yeah.
You sure? The whole screen?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So this is a subpoena to testify at hearing. Of course, I got the officer in this bad boy. There's going to be more officers, of course, that I have to subpoena. But this is one that would kind of look like, you know, got some nice. You are commanded, straight up, to appear. Okay. United States District Court at the place and said time. Right? And then we got place of testimony. Specific areas of testimony required. You are specifically commanded to provide testimony regarding the following matters without limitation: the initial contact and positioning, your exact location and positioning of your patrol vehicle on said date, time of the event, right? Including the specific location, whether your patrol was in the shoulder or in the roadway, emergency lights, all the good details, right? Your observation of Mr. Vehicles Wilson prior to any alleged violation, right? There was no violation in and of itself, but the LPR said there was. You know what I'm saying? She didn't observe one, but the LPR hit. So the pursuit and traffic stop initiation, your conduct. So we're subpoenaing these people. We got to do it. Now, again, like I said, I wasn't hitting for subpoenas beforehand. So if you're expecting me to even know a shitload about subpoenas beyond what you know, don't get it mistaken, because I'm about to file my first subpoena right now. You dig what I'm talking about? And in this subpoena, which I may even bring into my federal case as well, we just get really deep on the aspect of what we're bringing forth, right? The disability and accommodations, of course, because I'm a person with a disability, handling, bringing in very good details, the arrest and detention procedures, documentation and reporting, training and policies, and then the constitutional and legal framework, which is this subpoena is issued pursuant again to the 6th Amendment of the United States Constitution, which guarantees the right of the accused to be confronted with the witnesses against him and to have compulsory evidence for obtaining witnesses in his favor. Article 1, Section 11 of the Oregon Constitution similarly guarantees this right to compulsory process for obtaining witnesses, and the testimony sought is essential for Mr. Wilson's defense and ability to challenge the jurisdiction and constitutional validity of the charges against him. The specific areas of testimony outlined above are directly relevant to, again, Fourth Amendment challenge, Fifth Amendment challenge, Sixth Amendment confrontation, confrontation of compulsory process rights, 14th Amendment equal protection, and 5 American disabilities, and then legal authority and consequences. Right, so bringing it all in with a proof of service, reservation of rights as well. Okay. Hey, any of my old heads in here that actually been doing some work for a while, what do y'all think about that subpoena? Is that okay, or is it lacking?
I mean, it's pretty developed. I can't see what it's lacking right out of the gate. I mean, it's
right out the gate.
I love that you're commanding that. I love that language.
Straight up, you're commanded to appear. Gotta go get it.
Exactly.
Yeah, straightforward, very easy to understand. I mean, that's what the whole point of that is, right?
Yeah, in detail too, though, right? Allowing them to know what all you're preparing to ask for. I feel as though through the subpoena, you're giving somewhat of a notice as well.
Yeah.
But that's why I ask. You got like people that are coming in and saying they've been doing all this work for a long time. Like you got Robert Marshall, and then you got Thomas Ford. If y'all are in here deep, like hey, get on my ass. Let me know, like, hey, bro, yeah, this too or that too. Like, benefit the.
I have a question about that whole thing. So you made this document up. Now you're going to give it to the clerk of the court to serve to the officer. Is that how that works?
So in relation, okay, so let's go over that. Nice, good job, good segue, bro. Okay. So this is a subpoena guidance. Okay. think this one's for Comprehensive Guide to Subpoena Service and Legal Requirements for Cameron James Wilson in this situation as far as Salem is concerned. Okay. So again, the constitutional authority, we went through the whole aspect of obtaining witnesses in my favor. Again, here it's Article 1, Section 11 of Oregon. In all criminal cases, pretty much the same thing. Okay. And then, of course, we have it in the revised statutes as well. So it's not only also in your Constitution, but you have it also in the revised statutes, which provides a statutory framework for the subpoenas as well, which you can study on and utilize in tandem, both aspects there, right? Okay. So the subpoena to testify, the police department, Marion County, document, service requirements and deadlines. Okay. So under the Oregon rules, my rules, criminal procedures here, under 17D, subpoenas must be served at least 14 days before the required appearance date, unless the court orders otherwise for good cause shown. Okay. It ensures that the witnesses have adequate notice and an opportunity to comply. Okay. It is advisable to serve them as early as possible and to allow for sufficient time to the custodians to locate and prepare the requested documents. Okay. Now we have Oregon law recognizes several valid methods of service for subpoenas. Dang, I gotta go pee. Y'all got, yeah, I gotta go pee real quick. So y'all gonna have to like talk to each other for a sec.
When you gotta go, you gotta go.
Question: do you have the USC code for the subpoenas? If anyone remembers?
I think it's state. I think it's it depends on what state you're in. So like each state's going to be different. As what I was reading through his share document earlier is that each state will have their requirements. Some states will only have like 2 options for you to do. Other states will have several.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, not a problem. I'm still learning too. So if I'm wrong and somebody knows I'm wrong, please go ahead and correct me.
Yeah, right now, I had a hearing today for workers' comp. Basically, we're moving straight to litigation. The attorney set up for deposition, and he's telling me to bring all these people, and I'm trying to figure out, like, wait, hold on, like, you're bringing all these people. I'm trying to subpoena a couple people as well, unless he's already bringing
Rule
those
45.
people.
It's Rule 45, Papa.
Rule 45?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Man, sometimes I don't know how you guys remember all this.
Federal Rules of Civil Procedure.
Right here, I'll throw the link in the chat for you, G. And 17, correct. Rich said it right. And 17. Yeah, all your requirements are here for the subpoena. Command each person to whom it is directed for the following to act for a specified time and place, and attend and testify, produce designated documents, electronically stored, right? Command and to attend a disposition. So no matter what, Joe, you got to command them.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Deposition.
Telling you in 45. Yeah, it's telling you in 45. You got to command them, bro.
Move the court.
Yep. Command to produce. Issuing court. A subpoena must issue from the court where the action is pending. But we'll get back over here.
And
So
if
the
any
personal-
clerk, if any clerk refuses to give you a subpoena, you charge him with a violation of due process of law.
There you go.
Give him an AO, have an AO 91 in your hand. You're going to make a criminal complaint to the U.S. Assistant Attorney for denial of due process.
There you go. There you go.
Is
That's
that
all I
only
can hear.
for defendants or on the other side of being a plaintiff?
No, when you have a case in federal court, the only one that can issue a subpoena is the clerk of court or his or her deputy. If they refuse to issue a subpoena for you, tell them that it's a denial of due process and you're going to make a referral right now to the U.S. Attorney's Office. I've got my AO 91 with me. I'm going to fill it out here, and I'm going to bring forward a conspiracy charge against you, against rights, and violation of due process. And I'm going to sign this. I'm going to give it to the judge. Yep.
Hey, Thomas, when you be doing your subpoenas, it's just like summonses, right?
Yes, basically a summons is the clerk of court notifying the other party they got to show up. Yep.
Thank
and
you.
answer.
Correct. It's the same damn thing, yo. You gotta
So
understand.
you don't have to pay for those things.
What? Yeah, you do.
Oh shit! Yeah, that's the only thing I was talking.
No, you don't have to pay for subpoenas.
What do you mean?
No, you don't.
What do you mean? You're gonna have to serve them somehow.
Oh, you have to pay for service of process, yeah, but you
Yeah,
don't have to pay the clerk.
No,
you don't
of
have to
course
pay the
not.
clerk. Yeah.
No, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Come
I
on,
was
now.
just trying to see because you know how these courts be, man. They try to make money any which way.
Yeah, they do. But you gotta be able to know when to say no. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? You know what I'm saying? Okay, so Oregon law and other states, of course, you have your personal service, which you can do it yourself. Certified mail, of course. You do it by sheriffs as well. Get them to go ahead and serve out. Or you can do process server. Okay?
Or wait.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
There's one more.
Okay.
One more option.
Yeah.
Our
what else?
post. Our post is registered post by email. That is very powerful. It's recognized in 179 countries in all 3,144 counties across the United States.
What?
Every federal court, every superior court, every district court. Yep. It's
Uh-uh.
called ourpost.com. It's registered mail by post. You've never heard of it?
No.
Our post. Not our AOUR. R, the capital letter R post. Ourpost.com.
What?
E-sign. Yeah.
There's also another one. There's also another one that's
Robert-
the same way. It's accepted. It's called registeredemail.com. And it's the
Yep.
same way where they're accredited and they're federally accredited across our country.
Now, here's the thing with our post. Our post tells you when the party that you send it to opened the email, when they received the email. And Robert Pukta, who's on here, has used this now, I think 6 or 7 times. And at first the people were opening them up, and now they're then they stopped opening them up, and now they're opening them up because they realize what's going on. So yeah, it's a great service, man.
You can send them registered where it says it's registered right on the email, or you don't have to put that, but it is still registered, and you know when it goes into their box and when they open it, and you get you can get backup information to use in court.
Yeah, for service of process.
Bro. I'm so glad y'all are here, dude. Let's go.
It's certification by service of process by email. That's well, let me put it this way: the in at the courts and the other one, the Federalist, have all accepted and adopted this, going back to, I believe, 2006 and 2007 respectively.
Okay,
so
cool.
yeah, it's been in use for quite a while.
Perfect. I love it, bro. Thank you so much.
So if you're doing it that way, you don't have to pay them, correct?
Well, you have to pay for our post, but it's pennies. I mean, I think you can get a full plan for like $29 a month, and it's unlimited. You can have 300 registered mails going out.
That's badass, dude.
This
so
will
you
work
don't need
in
the court
Virginia
permission
too?
and doing all that.
I'm sorry, what was that question?
This will work in Virginia too?
It work in every state, 3,144 counties, every federal court, every appellate court, every bankruptcy court. Yep, all of it.
So you would need to know the recipient's email address. Let's say it's a deputy or an officer or something. You need to know their exact.
Of course. Yeah. Well, yeah, you ask for it in discovery.
So it was like with me specifically on this one. Yes, I'm serving the officer, right? So it'd be more than likely at the police department in and of itself. Once we get over, then we would get the proof of service. Okay, and it must include the date, time, and place of service, the method of service used, the name and title of the person served, the signature on the person's making of service, and the printed name and title of the person making service. After service is completed,
That's all provided. That's all provided on our post. Yep.
Yeah. Independent than if you just wanted to personally go serve and just be in their face, right? Because that's always fun too. Some people just want to do that.
Do that?
Yeah, that's what this is personally. Yeah, this is what this is. See what I'm saying? People want to do that.
You can't
Okay,
do
so
that.
I got a question about that. So serving it in there, hand delivering it, and
Yes.
let's say, so I've done that, and I got acknowledgement of service. I also had a backup proof of service, where I just affirm that it was hand delivered. Have you had any refusal? Like when you hand deliver it, what are you using as proof of service? Is it just your affirmation that you've hand delivered it, or do you get them to sign an acknowledgement of service?
Well, you would have to get them to sign no acknowledgement of service due to the fact that you're serving them. It's a true service. I don't think they got the right to just sit out there and deny like that, do they? Like in their
I don't think you have to
Wait,
sign anything. I
if-
think you just got to
if-
hand it to them.
You can hand deliver in Virginia, bro.
Okay, so you would hand deliver it, and then if they refuse to sign anything, then you would just follow it up with a proof of service statement
Correct.
that you
Correct.
are going to that you
And
affirm that you hand delivered it, and maybe you have a witness or not.
Yeah.
Whenever
Yeah,
I
if you had a
hand
couple-
deliver something, I always take
Alvin
two
County
copies
just told me that you couldn't do that.
and I have them sign my copy and give me back a copy that they received a copy.
Yeah, and they stamp it filed.
Yeah.
What were you saying, Marquise, about somebody said you can't do what now?
Alvin County told me you can't hand deliver.
Hand deliver what though? Any
So
notice?
Yeah, any notice. You gotta have it. Like we gotta have a process server do it. Any
Bullshit.
notice.
Yeah,
Did
I
they
guess
tell you
I
that,
had
or
to,
did
they
you read that
told
in the
me
rules?
that I had to have it done through them, or I had to have it done through a process server, but I couldn't do it myself.
All right,
Okay.
look up the rules yourself. Don't trust them. Look up the rules.
Who is them?
Loudoun County, the clerk at Loudoun County in the civil court.
Okay, Marquise, have you printed out the local rules of the court and the local the Virginia rules of civil procedure and the Virginia rules of evidence? Do you have those printed out in 3-ring binders as of yet?
No, I do not.
If not, I would highly recommend you do that. It's the utmost importance that you learn the rules, because these people will lie to you day in and day out. Okay, if you were going to go play basketball in the NFL or NBA, you got to go through 4 weeks of if you're going to go play basketball in the NFL, yeah, you're gonna have to go through orientation for women's basketball of 129 different pages. I mean, Dr. Graves pointed that out with Major League Baseball. There's 129 pages of rules, right?
Yeah.
Learn the rules.
Yep, the main rules to learn are the rules of civil procedure, the rules of criminal procedure, and the rules of evidence.
And the local rules. You want to know the local rules too.
Always.
And if you're an appellate court, you got to have the rules, the federal rules of appellate procedure. If you're in bankruptcy court, you have to have the bankruptcy rules of bankruptcy procedure. Yep.
Man, that's such a burden to have to go through these like appellate rules, because you're in there because your rights are getting stomped on, and so now it's like there's additional burden of rules of procedure to go through here, than rather than just saying, here, I've sent my notice, they've gone unrebutted, so it stands as tacit acquiescence. Silence is he who fails to deny admits. So here's the evidence, and now there's additional rules to go through for this. I just kind of find that absurd. I'm not disagreeing with you. I just think it's ridiculous that there's
I
an
agree.
additional burden.
I agree, Joe. It is absurd, but I think that is where we have failed our youth, and we should have been learning this a long time ago, and it would have been second nature. But I will say that when you do learn it, when you do learn that stuff, when you do get to the point where you know it, don't let the opposing attorney get away with slipping by something you caught, because they would pin you out for something that you wouldn't catch, or when you file something they pin you up on stuff like that. Pin them up for the same things.
No, I get it. I get the reasoning behind it. The rules are really for them to make sure that they follow. So when you know the rules that they're breaking, then you can call them out on it. I get it. It's just
here's the thing. If we can't develop a keen sense of learning how to object when an objection is in order, they continue to roll over us. That's why one of the things I just went over today at 3 hour and 47-minute private jurisdictionary tutorial, where the first 26 minutes we took the objections course 2 times. The first time we got 19 out of 20, and I said, no, we're going to take it again, and we got 20 out of 20. So learning the principles and learning how to have the eye to see when these guys are going to try to pull the wool over your eyes and object promptly, tactically, and succinctly to their shenanigans, right?
Got to know the rules. This is the game of life. And if we want to get paid, we got to know the rules.
Yep, this is life. Call it what you will as you watch it unfold from the windowsill. Just write it and they will come. Just wait until it's over. She shows her lust towards me, stuck here somewhere in custody. This is life.
I like that one. That one's cool. I like that one. Now here we got the aspect of the indigent defendant. Indigent defendant. Why would they say indigent defendant?
Meaning poor.
That's informer pauperous.
Yes and no.
In regards to what aspect, though?
Well, I know if you file informer pauperous, you're not having to pay the fees because they're supposed to do service for you. Is what I comprehended.
Can I say person of unsound mind or an infant?
How would that apply?
That's how they consider the indigents, but
that would be how they consider the indigents, yeah.
I thought it meant you're incarcerated.
Well, you have to realize that you're a ward of the state because you've never properly claimed your estate, and then you charge with one of their 60 million violations of one of their 60 million code statutes and regulations, and you hire an attorney, you become a ward of the court pursuant to Corpus Juris Secundum, Volume 7, Section 4, where it clearly states, as soon as you hire an attorney, you become a ward of the court. The allegiance for the attorney is first to the court, second to his pocketbook, and third to his client. That's why in Ex parte versus Garland at 4 Wall, page 333, authorizes only the practice of law in courts as an officer of the court and a member of the judicial branch of government to represent wards of the court such as infants, aka minors, C31 CFR 363.6, and persons of unsound mind, fictions at law, as a public defender in criminal cases. A state cannot license an occupation of a common right. So you have to realize when you're going into that position, I mean, I don't want to go down this birth certificate stuff right now, but that's a whole nother topic that is just unbelievable. Okay, and I've researched this stuff since 1996.
Okay, it is deep, no doubt, 100%. I get that, but everybody has to learn the process of how to defend their rights first, bro. If they're not able to know the basics, they're not gonna get to the birth certificate aspect. And that's the whole thing. We have to get everybody to know their process, how to defend themselves first. Even if you go through the trust process, then you can start doing aspects like that. But even so, you still need to know your rights. You still need to know how processes go wherever you're living. That is fundamental and key, and nobody fucking knows that shit. So how the fuck they gonna know about the birth certificate? It's never gonna happen.
Well, Cam, you and I can have a discussion on the birth certificate, because what I'm talking about is completely different than you've ever heard. I'll guarantee you that. In fact, I'll bet you a silver round that the information I bring forward to you, you've never even heard before. At some time, we'll do it privately, okay?
That's fine, but I've heard it all, bro. I've been in with Keith Cousins and everybody, bro. I've been in the deep of the deep, bro, to where they're doing really deep shit. Pantera Society, all that. Gemstone University.
Pantera, Ken Cousins. Oh my
Yeah,
God,
Ken
he's a scammer and a scammer.
Yo.
Do you know who Curtis Kallenbach? Do you know who Curtis Kallenbach is?
No, not Curtis. You know
Okay.
about Avery?
No. Well, yeah, Avery was part of Ken Cousins' group. Listen, I know Ken Cousins. The guy stiffed me after I did private seminars with him. He stiffed me for like $3,400. Yeah, Ken Cousins. Stay far away from him and his wife Andrea.
As possible, yeah. They're bad. Okay, no more of that. Stop. Okay, stop. That's why I'm no longer with them. But I'm just saying I got deep. Okay. So again, Rule 45 on the civil aspect is your weapon. The scope: anyone, anywhere in the United States, must be served personally by non-party over 18, 100-mile radius from courthouse or within the state, and the enforcement court must enforce unless constitutionally invalid. Again, a subpoena may command a person to attend a trial, hearing, or disposition, only as follows.
Deposition.
Bro, hey, bro. Chilada right now. We're drinking on some chiladas right now. Let me make it. And within 100 miles.
Under the influence.
Yeah,
All
under
right.
the influence, for sure. I'm at home, though. Where the person resides, is employed, or regularly transacts business in person. Okay? And again, 45C1, Federal Rules of Civil. And then again, like, who? Ramon said this. Shout out Ramon. The Rule 17, criminal, the enhanced power. Okay? Defendants write subpoenas at government expense. Just like Alyra was saying, or who was that saying? Lana. Just like Lana was saying, at the government's expense. Standard, reasonable possibility evidence will be material. The timing must be filed reasonably in advance of the trial or hearing. Government cannot block constitutional right, not privilege. Okay? Power, quote, is, quote, the right to offer the testimony of witnesses and to compel their attendance if necessary, is in plain terms the right to present a defense. Washington versus Texas. Anybody got anything to say about that one? I want to see if this one they got on. Oh, yes. No? Y'all don't want to say nothing? Damn. All right. Y'all hold me out like that? I hate it when y'all just make me talk all by myself. I hate it.
Say the question again.
Go ahead, please. Yes. What's up? What? Say it again?
Yeah, say it again.
Oh. I was just asking if y'all had any comments on that one. Because the right to offer testimony and witness to compel their attendance if necessary is in plain terms the right to present a defense.
It seems self-evident that that would be the case when you read the Fourth, Fifth, and Sixth Amendments.
They cannot deny you evidence that can bring your defense.
Thank you. Anything else?
And it's almost worded as if we don't, we're doing ourselves a disservice.
Exactly.
I like that one too. So this one's on OYES as well. If you want to learn a little bit more about the subpoenas and listen to it as far as Washington versus Texas back in 1969 is concerned, you can do so. Wow, there's a lot of 9s and 6s in here. Actually, it's all 6s and 9s and 3s. So 3, that's 2 plus the 7. So everything else is 6s and 9s. Yeah. Wow, nice. I'll throw that in the chat for you. Washington versus Texas, baby. And you can listen to it. That's why I love OYES. You can literally listen to it. Okay. State law weapons. Oregon example, adopt to your state, of course. In us here, 13657. Defendant entitled to subpoenas to state expense. Defendant entitled to subpoenas at state expense. Service requirements, personal service mandatory. Critical point, state laws cannot restrict federal constitutional rights, use federal supremacy when state rules conflict. And that comes across on anything and everything. That's real talk. The foundational aspects of the federal, that's why I say I'd rather take it into a constitutional framework and body of law than a statutory all day. That's why a lot of the aspects of what, like, overleaf. I didn't do it right. Over. Just say I'm looking at one quick at the very top. Hopefully it's correct.
So when you say take it into constitutional court, our county, or in my county, it says that the circuit court is a constitutional court, or can be invoked to be a constitutional court.
How would you invoke it?
By filing the notice and demand.
What would that consist of? What the general? Not, you don't have to go into the details, but what's the general?
Well, rather than filing a petition.
Yeah. Not a motion.
Right, not a motion, not a petition. You're filing a notice and demand. You're filing a demand at the court. I'm sorry, I've got a 3-year-old over here that's very loud, so I keep muting.
No,
I'm just trying to mute so it's not crazy. I just want to. Well, I interject when I can.
No, we don't even hear little homie, and even if we did, it'd still be okay. Everybody got kids and shit. Perfectly fine.
Hey, you should hear us all laughing anytime Cam's daughters come on and interrupt.
Yeah, please, it's fine.
My daughter is very opinionated at this age, so I'm trying to be respectful and let everybody hear what they need to hear. But I just wanted to say, I think where my confusion comes into play a lot of the time is that it specifically says that our circuit court is a constitutional court. I have a lot of constitutional claims I'm bringing and having to invoke the circuit court to make that happen. And I was doing that through, what I'm preparing is through filing the notice and demand rather than a petition or a motion, because I'm not trying to move the court. I'm demanding the court act on a constitutional ground, and that I was under the understanding that it would invoke that type of jurisdiction.
Well, what was most interesting to me was the aspect that we had someone actually go through this firsthand. And this reminds me that if y'all are having hearings and you're having any kind of court cases that are going on, what I would like y'all to see if you can do is the aspect of, damn, we just made 43,000 subscribers just now. That's 43? I don't know. What is it? I don't know. Maybe I'm lagging. Maybe it's not. It's around 4.4. But well, no. Dang. Yeah, did we? Yeah, we just hit 43,000 subscribers. Let's go, bro. All right. What I was gonna say though is that we had an individual who was able to show and get the link to his live streams on every hearing that he had, right? And what was cool about it is the aspect that we was able to listen in on every single thing that happened. And I want y'all to at least see if your court is doing something like this to where we can get in and be a part of your hearing and know exactly what's going on. Because with Luis's, we was able to do that. And Stevens County ain't like no huge county. You know what I'm saying? It's not like it's just like great, abundantly big, but yet they had it available for us to come through and watch every single hearing. And we actually did do that. And in one of those hearings, what we noticed, or what I noticed, I guess just collectively together, was that in one of these hearings, the judge literally, when he brought forth his motion, like he brought it forth, the judge was literally like saying, well, you brought this forth as an 8.3 statutory motion. If you had brought it forth in regards to a notice and demand as the statute is unconstitutionally applied, then I would have to go actually from the statutory framework and body of law, which is what your motion is brought forth as, into a constitutional framework and body of law. You know, there are two different aspects there. And so that right there gave me the clue and comprehension and knowing that it really is just dependent upon how you're invoking and how you're titling your documents, how you're bringing them forth, that will determine the body of law in which they're supposed to operate as.
So you mean like if you're filing them? I'm sorry to interrupt, Cam.
No, you did great. That's a good.
No, yeah. I was just to clarify. So if you're invoking a court that's like typically a statutorial court, but it is, and again, in our county it says that it is capable of being a constitutional court, which obviously means somebody there can be invoked on that premise. It would be not bringing a statutorial claim. It would be both filing a notice and demand, and your claims would not be statutorial claims. Am I understanding that correctly?
Well, right, so I think those claims fall more or less in what's called a remonstrance. Do you know what a remonstrance is?
I've read that. I've read it before, but that was a long time ago. I've been studying with a 2-year-old, but if you can remind me, that'd be great.
Remonstrance is an act of remonstrating, an expression of protest, complaint, or reproof, especially a formal statement of grievances, a pointing out, manifestation, proof, and demonstration. It's laid out succinctly in Jefferson's Rules for Legislative Procedures, which is the Parliamentarian's Handbook at the House and the Senate in the United States government. At the state level, it's laid out in what's called Mason's Manual for Legislative Procedures, where they talk about the They talk about that in section 148 in a very limited scope, but a remonstrance does not need a plea. So what you're going is notice and demand is more or less in the form of a remonstrance. Okay, it's almost like you're trying to get injunctive relief. So.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. That most of my claims are going to be encapsulating injunctive relief. Yes. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. I was thinking it was a kind of like a petition for like a grievance or something like that. Okay, that makes sense.
Well, in a petition, you're going to pray to the court. A remonstrance needs no prayer. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, like a prayer for
relief.
A prayer for relief
Correct.
is not what I wanted to go with.
Almost the same as like an abatement as well.
No, an abatement's different. A wherefore clause
No.
is laid out.
I'm just talking about your wherefore. That's all.
Oh, okay. All right, go ahead.
No, I was just talking about in your wherefore. That's it.
Yep.
No, what is it? Go ahead, Cam. I'm curious.
I just said it. I just said it just in relation to your wherefore. That's it.
Oh, wherefore. Okay.
Yeah.
Essentially, instead of asking for it, you're invoking the constitutional rights, like you said. The statute as unconstitutionally applied, you're notifying the court of the objection rather than, asking for them to hear it on a statutory side.
Right. So that's why I say, like, when we bring forth our notice and demands for dismissal as unconstitutionally applied, it's because, again, we're bringing forth the constitutional framework. We ain't coming in no statutory framework. This is on some shit that's already been established and well on the foundation.
Yeah, I'm using that. I'm using that to do. I'm sure at some point I'm going to end up having a right to travel claim here soon, just from the lack of being able to. Indiana, and I know that Cam posted a video of somebody in my county who went to court and recorded it, and I was fascinated because I could not get past the guards with a single recording device of any sort, and I was so fascinated. I think I sent a message or a chat on there saying, like, how did you get past? Like, they would frisk you. I was fascinated. It's just trying to invoke those type of rights in our court is a little challenging because they frisk you at the door.
Well, if you can find somebody who learned the old art of taking shorthand, who might want to make some money or a free lunch and take them with you, and they have their I don't know if you've ever seen anybody take shorthand, but it's quite amazing. Okay.
Okay.
Like a court recorder.
A court reporter is using a machine. A shorthand is written down with pencil or ink and paper. Yeah.
Better than that. Can you all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Better than that, they've got these new eyeglasses that are, they look exactly like eyeglasses you could buy from the eyeglass store. And they got microphones in them. And you can record with those, and they got tiny little chips in them that nobody can identify, and they can't take your eyeglasses away from you.
I guess
Cam knows about that.
I love that, and I think that for people who are like next level and activists in auditing, that's so great. But for the everyday person just trying to show up to maintain their rights in court, that's not like dropping a bunch of money on that is a little difficult for some people. And
well,
I guess I'm representing.
They're not that expensive. They're not that expensive.
There's also other forms you can do. There are watches that are recorders. There are pins that are recorders. There are numerous types of necklaces, yet pendants. There are multiple things you can look up and get that way. I think one of our members has a pen that's a recorder.
Oh, Alira, you're gonna have to. We're gonna talk.
Yeah.
See, I just wear a
Bye,
corset
gnarly.
under my clothes and stick my phone down my corset so that they can't see it or feel it.
Well, that we have to walk through a whole. You're going through basically airport security at my and there's nothing on the first level. There's all the things that you should be able to access publicly. It's really ridiculous, and that's what's really frustrating is that they won't let you take anything recording. But I did see. But my point is that Cam had posted a video a short while ago of someone in my county that had gone to the same courthouse that I would go to, and I was like, yes, I was like, hell yeah, this is so exciting. And I'm thinking to myself, but also, how did they get that recorded? This
Gotta get it up in that thing.
Next level, killed it.
So on the strategic targets in relation to the subpoenas itself is the Brady material acquisition. We need to get the Brady. I want it. Target, again, prosecutors, police departments, crime labs, demand. Now, how I'm going to reference this is in relation to, we're coming back over to Overly. Yeah, we're going to do that. Oh, you know I could hit for
Hey, I just saw my ex-wife. Oh.
I'm going to hit for PALMIRA. Where do we do addendum questions, comprehensive judicial notice, case law discovery, more definite statements, BOP declaration. That was DA's disqualify. Okay, come on, you can find it. Where's it at? 2 DA discovery request. It's gotta be this one. Y'all gotta be it. Please be it. Please be the one I'm looking for.
So she has a discovery request in, but they just jumped the gun, pulled her up right to the start gate, and now they want to go ahead and start a trial. Isn't that interesting?
Oh, and they held her in contempt for 5 hours today, Thomas.
Wait,
for standing on her rights. She was held in contempt for standing on her rights and filing documents for dismissal notices for lack of jurisdiction and whatnot.
What do you mean held her in contempt? Did they put her in the court jail?
Oh, you got to see what the
I have no
reasoning
clue,
be.
bro. It's bad.
You got to see what the reasoning is for the contempt. It's so ridiculous.
Paper terrorist.
No, it's the reason that they put was I'm gonna pull this up, but it's basically she was
No, it was literally for representing herself and filing motions to dismiss for lack of jurisdiction, an affidavit, and something else I don't remember off the top of my head.
Is she still in a warehouse facility?
Yeah.
No, she is free now.
Oh,
She got
she-
free
okay.
about 8 o'clock, or 9 o'clock Eastern time.
Did she have witnesses with her?
No, I don't think so.
I'm not sure. But here, Dan, let me read this for you real quick. So the reason for the
Can we show it?
contempt-
Can we show it?
Oh yeah, if you got it, go ahead and pull it up.
Yeah,
She
Cam, why
needs to
don't you just do that?
She needs to file the bar grievance and an ethics complaint like tonight.
Are you pulling that up, or you want me to send you the link?
And a recusal.
Yeah, and a recusal. Yeah, under 455.
Definitely.
Yep.
You need to change things. The defendant represented herself in a trial in district court. She didn't defend herself in a trial. She never. What do you, bro?
She didn't. She didn't even represent herself. She presented herself.
Wait, and didn't she say they had the trial without her when they put her away for contempt?
Here,
and then they had
I'm
the
on their
trial
official.
anyways?
I'm on their official website. These are the only hearings that have happened thus far. The hearing when she first came in. Okay. On 6/24. Okay. They set it over for a deposition hearing, which was today, and they pushed it to
Disposition.
trial.
Yep.
They pushed it for trial on the same day that she was supposed to talk about her motions. If you want to see what she's filed, okay, what's been filed. Amended affidavit of facts, a demand for statement of particulars, a definite statement of facts, a declaration of medical condition of injuries, these are the notice of withdrawals.
Paper terrorist.
A comprehensive analysis for prosecutorial misconduct and ethics violations, a motion for judicial notice and comprehensive analysis of the rule of lenity, and a motion to suppress all evidence pursuant to the fruit of poisonous tree doctrine, and then a motion for discovery. And then they gave the criminal contempt, which is this. And the reasoning, the court finds without a reasonable doubt that you can read that. I gotta go back again.
Defendant, the defendant represented herself in a trial in district court for carrying concealed weapon, resisting public officer, and misdemeanor larceny. The defendant filed
Pre-trial.
So I had to zoom in more. Pre-trial motions to dismiss based on jurisdiction, discovery, state and federal constitutional basis for the dismissals. That's literally the reasoning right there.
How do you carry a concealed weapon on your own property?
Excuse me,
It
is
was
this
her
in
brother's property?
is this in federal court or is this in state court?
It's in state district court.
Okay, wait.
Yep.
It's in general district court for North Carolina.
Okay. All right.
Chester
So
County.
I just posted in there the AO91 form. She needs to get those forms. What? Sharing's not turned on? I don't know what. She needs to get these AO91s printed out, and she needs to get those sent over to the assistant attorney for that district, and a judicial bar complaint filed with the Supreme Court of the state of
There it is.
Is it Virginia? Virginia?
No, North Carolina.
North Carolina. I'm sorry, North Carolina.
Why couldn't I
So
find it?
say
That's what I was looking for. Damn it. Okay. So what I was trying to reference, is that demand, right? Prosecutors, departments of crime labs demand all exculpatory evidence, training records, policies, and legal basis is Brady versus Maryland, right? And the suppression by the prosecution of evidence favorable to the accused violates the due process where evidence is material, either guilt or punishment. So this is what I was trying to finally find. I found it. So what we did is we sent over a legal notice and demand for public records directly over to the county sheriff's office, and we made it pretty fucking strict on their ass. And we made a formal demand. That's why I say like notice and demands are everything, because if you hit them with a formal demand and you bring in the right articles, the Constitution and the right statutes, what you're able to do is get a good response rather than just going through their automated system and saying, oh yeah, we're making a complaint. You're like, no, you're not getting anywhere with that really. So we hit them with a records request, and of course they're making some rebuttals, and you can see that they're answering and highlighting their answers throughout, right? But we also made sure to give a preservation demand as far as litigation hold, because we're definitely bringing forth a suit. And then we gave them a time stipulation, which they actually followed the time stipulation as well. And then we gave them administrative remedies, right? So they answered back. When they answered back with all of her information, there's only 2 guns rather than 3. There's supposed to be 3. They allowed to steal. Take a gun. Then they gave all their policies where they're showing that they violated their own policies, which is just crazy that they're going to trial because they're like it's like they provided the evidence to show that they literally violated their own stuff, but then they go. And then at the very bottom, what they got is some emails. And the emails are only showing like inbounds, but they're not showing outbounds or replies. And what you can see is they're literally trying to find out, like, well, whose gun was it? Was it Honeyless' gun? Was the concealed firearm carried by PALMIRA Honeyless' gun? Like, they're trying to figure out, like, well, whose guns were they? And why do we got her charged like this? You see what I'm saying? But then where are the reply emails? There's none. It's just these 2 same emails. So where's the rest? So again, what is that a violation of? If you're producing some emails but not all emails, what is that a violation of?
Evidence favorable to accused.
Okay.
Tampering.
What kind of evidence?
Exculpatory.
There we go. Let's talk now. I need all of it. I need all of it. Not just what you want to give. It's a violation of due process.
Yeah, obstruction of justice.
So again, officer impeachment. Target is personnel files, disciplinary records, training records, legal basis. Giglio. Giglio. Strategy is destroy credibility before trial. Can someone tell me a little bit more about this? What y'all know about this officer impeachment aspect?
Oh, we got to get Brady up into this stuff.
Yep, Brady's all up into this stuff. We got to destroy the credibility of the officer before trial.
Yeah, we got to get Brady. We got to get Brady some blue pills, you know?
You can also do it through deposition.
Oh, yeah, for sure. No doubt. Kind of like Hayden did. Okay, chain of custody. Target, evidence custodians. We was talking about them custodians earlier. Lab technicians, transport officers, purpose, expose gaps, contamination, and mishandling. And the result is the evidence suppression.
Chain of custody.
So the constitutional assertion template would be something like, pursuant to the Sixth Amendment to the United States Constitution and the Creator endowed right to compulsory process, defendant hereby demands the attendance of blase blase to testify regarding blase blase material to the defense in the above captioned manner. A service demand would be failure to comply with this constitutionally mandated subpoena shall result in immediate motion for contempt and sanctions pursuant to the applicable rule. That's why when we come back over to documents, subpoena, is it this one? This one. When we get into the aspect of service method, come back down, and then the compliance achieved. Was we able to get them to come or not? And if we were able to not get them come, like Joe was saying earlier, what happens when they don't show up? What happens when they don't want to accept the service? We got to file a motion to compel. Bring in a court hearing and a motion to compel them to come. And then we have court orders on a yes or no. If we get the yes, we monitor the new deadline. If a no, we consider appeal or alternative strategies. And then, of course, moving forward for that, evidence and testimony. But you got to have your questions ready for those subpoenas anyways, right? So let's say enforcement mechanism. Where am I at? Over here, and then boom, and then bring this down, and then play. Okay. So enforcement mechanisms, when they refuse, would be the motion to compel, file immediately with a contempt motion, demand sanctions, constitutional violation on the due process claim with a dismissal motion of governmental interference with defense. Those are the steps. When they refuse, motion to compel immediately, contempt motion, demand sanctions, constitutional violation, due process claim with a dismissal motion following for governmental interference with defense. Do you see how this becomes a strategy now? Do you see how it now becomes a strategy for dismissal as well? Do you get that?
Oh yeah.
Go ahead, Robert, please. Yes, please. Go ahead, Papa. I just don't see your face. When I don't see your face, I can't.
Oh, well, here. You want to see my face?
Yeah, where's the camera, bro?
Yeah, move your camera down. You're up too high. We're staring at the ceiling.
Go ahead, Papa.
Another thing on the emails, you can do a litigation hold notice to whoever it is that you're dealing with, and that puts them on the dime to preserve all their emails or all their communications.
Correct.
It's called a litigation hold notice.
Litigation hold, yep.
Yeah, preservation
Now, I wanted
of
to say,
evidence.
as long as I got the floor, I wanted to say something about subpoenas.
Please.
When in traffic court, these judges talk, the officer's not, was the officer subpoenaed? This and that. Well, the officers aren't subpoenaed, so the judge is lying. If you go in the record, if you go into the case record and you look, it's just a request to him to show up in court. It is not a subpoena, so that the judicial officer's lying when he says that. And I did subpoena an officer, and they dropped the case. They dismissed the case as soon as I subpoenaed the officer.
Exactly.
Okay.
Now, what could be some reasoning behind that, you think?
Well, they don't want you to catch him in perjury.
That. What else could be another reason?
They don't. There's no.
Don't think
wind
about
in
them
their-
for a
there's
second.
no
Think of,
wind in their sail.
okay, true, most
It's a
definitely. But
strike.
think of,
It's
go ahead.
potential strike against the risk management bond for malfeasance of office.
Okay,
That's the
true,
real reason.
true. What's it? What could be another reason? I'm gonna get it out of y'all one way or another.
I got one, Cam.
Go ahead, Papa.
Yeah, no, the reason would be because of their ill-gotten ways get discovered.
Has been
Because-
discovered.
Has been
Exactly.
discovered.
They're already
Yep.
on the
Yep.
Brady. They're already on the
Skimming,
Brady.
skimming operation.
Yep.
That case
So
that
see-
happened. That
so
case.
see-
that
Oh
ca-
wait, if I can, just 1 second. Sorry. I really love y'all. I love Robert and Thomas. I'm very glad that Alira invited y'all in. Y'all are more my character. Y'all vibe. I vibe with y'all. Y'all on point. I really do.
I said you'd love this group.
I like
These
them.
people. These people
Yeah.
of the group.
Yeah, yeah. Oh shit, what was I gonna get at? Oh, the Brady aspect. I lost it just saying that. Damn it. I hate it when that happens. What the God? Now I just want Danny to talk.
If I may,
Yeah,
the
go
case
ahead.
that happened down in Kentucky, where the that officer Wright, he was engaged in like 4 different instances where he used excessive force. One of the guys that was with him perjured himself in testimony, and the guy was a Air National Guard, Air Force member, volunteer fire department, and something else. And he had to, as part of his probation, he had to disavow and stop all action because he no longer had the era of trust, and he could no longer be trusted because he perjured himself on the witness stand. So he's forever forbidden of holding any type of office, public office, police officer. He can't even become a dog catcher.
This
Any
guy.
position of trust.
Sounds like Cash Patel and Dan Bongino.
Yeah. So anyway, Alira, what did you mean by us of the group? What did you mean by that?
I don't like Kevin Michaels.
Kevin Michael. Why don't you like Kevin Michael?
Hey man, we're live right now.
Yeah, that's a discussion I'll have with you privately, Thomas.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know if you
Hey,
guys
man,
heard
we're
about.
live right
well,
now,
you heard
bro.
about this morning, but if you were on our other private jurisdiction here today, Cam, you're muted. Anyway, okay, Alira, we'll chat about this later.
Yeah.
Thank you. Cam's muted. Someone tell Cam he's muted. He's talking.
Hey, Cam, you're muted.
He's in a private conversation.
Cam, you
Oh.
are muted
Yeah,
at this time.
He's on the phone. He's on a
Oh, okay.
FaceTime.
Hey, can I take advantage
Welcome.
of this break in time to recommend when we're done with this topic? We don't we have one of our Wisedome members, Caitlin, is due to be in court the day after tomorrow on her 3rd appearance, and they're still trying to get her to plea so she can get out. She's still at a place where she can get out without much administrative process if we feel like, role playing a little bit.
Yeah.
She might be able to get out if she can stand strong enough in that moment rather than go through all.
I have faith in her.
Yeah. So, Caitlin, are you on?
Yeah, she's here with me.
Cool. Oh, hey, Quentin. What do you
What's
think?
up?
You second the motion?
I second and third the motion. All in favor say aye. Aye.
Go for it. Let's hear it.
Where are you at in Alaska? Looks like you're all bundled up.
No, I'm
Wait,
just
wait,
chilling
wait,
on the
wait.
couch.
Wait, Quentin, you cannot second and third a motion
Tell me why.
because
Robert's Rules of Order.
it's exactly right. If you got a second, who's going to be your third?
I object to the
Whoever
term
goes first.
motion anyways. It's a demand and notice.
You can't be your own third, bruh.
Well, I got two. There's two of me, right? There's the all caps and the ens legis and the human, the living man, right?
Yeah, No, I'm sorry, man. You can't be the corporation and the human at the same time.
I'll take off one of my hat and put on the other one. My bad.
Yeah.
Me, myself, and I.
Gavin Newsom
The
does
Father,
it.
Son, and the Holy Ghost, me, myself, and I.
Who's
the
that?
Father,
Hey,
Son, and Holy Ghost, me, myself, and I. Right? The Father,
yeah,
Son, and the Holy
yeah.
Ghost, me, myself, and I. Got a great song.
Yeah, right.
The Holy
Yeah,
Spirit.
that's a great
Hey,
one,
while we
man.
got
We got the spirit, we've got the physical, and we got the astral.
Who's on
While
first?
we got a break in the action, I was gonna go over. I don't know if you guys saw this in the chat the other day. It's a Kansas statute, KSA 60-409. Did any of you take a gander at that one?
Yeah, take it on, bud. Take it on. This is interesting to me because I'm a Kansan.
It's pretty wild. Like, I don't remember what I was asking GPT about, but it was saying something. Dang it. I can bring it up later, but if you want to pull it up on your internet, because I don't think I can share it, but it's 60-409. It's KSA 60-409. And this is talking about judicial notice, because I was trying to notice the judge of some things, I think. So it's so facts which must or may be judicially noticed. Judicial notice shall be taken without request by a party of the common law, constitutions, and public statutes in force in every state, territory, and jurisdiction of the United States, and of such specific facts and propositions of generalized knowledge as are so universally known that they cannot reasonably be the subject of dispute. So to me, what that's saying is, if I tell the judge, hey, you need to take judicial notice of X, and X could be the definition, the Black's Law Dictionary definition of driver, which means one employed, yada yada. I can judicial notice him to say that, or to take judicial notice of that, being from the common law. So it says facts which must or may be judicially noticed. Judicial notice shall be taken without request. So what does that mean? They have to take notice of this without my request of the common law?
It's their duty to prevent.
And
So
without,
they have a duty to prevent. So they have to take their own judicial notice as soon as it's obvious enough to them, and at their own peril, they don't. And then secondarily, when you demand it, judge, kindly take judicial notice, or just simply take judicial notice. I'm saying blah, 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 blah. Now they absolutely have to.
Yeah,
So
and
it's it's powerful. That's how I'm reading that.
Bring in
I
PALMIRA.
think so too. And I think in my case up in Omaha, in my last hearing, I think I used judicial notice 2 or 3 times in what I had said. And since that moment, the judge, he said he needs at least 2 months to think about what, like, he took it under advisement, my motion to dismiss under advisement. And he said, I need 2 months to think about it. And then he said, if I need more time, I'll let you know in writing that I'll grant a continuance. So I think I got him in a clusterfuck.
Well, did you invoke your rank and status? Are you a Kansian? I don't know how do you say a Kansas
I
state
did correct
national.
my passport via the Copper Moonshine Stills about 1.5 years ago. I
No, I'm
unfortunately,
talking about the rank and status with the Kansas Constitution, Bill of Rights, Section
I'm
1,
not-
equal rights. All men are possessed of equal and inalienable natural rights, among which are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Number 2, political power, privileges. All political powers inherent in the people. So which one are you? You're the people. That's called rank and status. Government's below us all.
Absolutely. I agree. I have
Dude,
challenged jurisdiction
that's
multiple
a
ways.
good one, man. Quentin, that is a good one. That's actually a really good one, because you
On
can say
all
it
of your
quickly.
on all of your documents, you should have the status and standing, or rank and status, and put in Section 1 and Section 2 of the Kansas State Constitution, and put that at the top of your pleadings on every document, and have it below a jurat. So yeah.
Yep.
I'm looking it up now.
Would you do that if you're the plaintiff too?
It's the creator.
Would you do that if you were the plaintiff as well?
No.
No, you
Nope.
wouldn't do that as a plaintiff. You're doing it as a defensive. If they're coming after you for a violation of some code, statute, regulation, there's no injured party, no victim. Like, who and what the fudge? You know, what the fudge? There's no injured
Right.
party, no victim. You guys are acting alter virus. You're acting outside the scope of your authority. 63C Amger second. Public office is a public trust. Title 5, 2635.101. Public office is a public trust. Breach
Color
of
of law.
trust.
Color of law.
Yep. So everybody that's involved with this is conspiracy against rights.
Mm-hmm.
What was
In
that
that
number again? 3635-101?
2635.101 of Title 5 Administrative Procedures Act. I recommend that everybody get familiar with that. And I also recommend you get familiar with 63C second, 63C Amger second, section 247, public office and public trust.
Is that UCC, Tom?
No, corpus or American jurisprudence, 63C Amger. 63,
Oh.
63C second, section 247. Amger, 63C Amger, second, 247.
Gotcha.
Public office and public trust. And Title 5, 2635.101 and 2635.701 talks about their 1 hour course that they have to take in order to show that they've complied with the understanding that they're becoming a public trustee under 2635.101.
That's powerful.
I love it.
First
I'm
though,
so sorry. I'm
can
trying
you
to
like can you,
write
like,
a note. Would you
type all
mind
this down?
would you mind saying that a little slower? I'm trying to make a note while holding a baby.
Yes.
Would someone post that in the chat? Thank you.
Hey,
Title
that's a
5.
good idea. Post that in the chat.
I already did.
Okay.
Hey, Quentin, where's Kate?
63C Amger.
Hey, Kate. Hey, Palmira's finna come through. Just make some good mentions every now and then, okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Palmira. All right, everybody. So Palmira's gone through a bunch of stupid ass shit today. I'm just gonna stop talking about subpoenas because this is more important right now. So,
Love you, Palmira. Sorry about
Thank
your time
you.
today.
Sympathy.
Thank you very much.
Empathy.
Yeah. Thank you
Got
all.
you in our thoughts and prayers, Palmyra.
Good on
Thank
you for
you.
being
Thoughts
strong.
and prayers, yes.
They work because I just got home, like literally right now.
Yeah.
It's all
Yeah.
gonna be
And I hit
okay.
a dog on my way home.
Oh my God, that's almost worse.
Okay, let's
Thank you.
let's
I
do
hope so.
this. Let's do this. Let's take a moment of silence and say a prayer for
Yeah.
Palmira right now,
who wants to
please.
do it? Joe, go ahead. Joe's good. Go, Joe.
Heavenly Father, we come together as we lift up Palmyra, and we ask that you instill your spirit into her, bring her into a calm of peace that only you can bring, and we ask that when two or more come together in your name, Lord, that you strengthen her and give her that power, and we ask all these things in your name, amen.
Amen.
Amen. Thank you.
Amen. Praise the Lord.
Thank you.
Amen.
Blessed be.
Our God who art in
We're holding you,
heaven.
hon. We're all
Our
holding you.
God who art in heaven.
Yeah, thank you.
So for yeah, so this one's kind of emotional too for me because like Sunday, I went all the way down.
Break, like in the middle of
Hey, let Cam talk.
Sorry. So ZK, just watch it pop up when you unmute. It's okay. Accidents happen, bro. Sunday, I drove all the way down to Portland, and when I got there, of course, my ticket was canceled. I didn't know what was going on. I tried to purchase it again, and I was like, they just discriminated against me. I couldn't go. I told Palmyra it's probably best. The universe just ain't working. Sunday night, Monday night, Tuesday night, we worked. She stayed up till 1 a.m. working every night with me. And we nailed down a lot, and we worked very hard on understanding and getting where we needed to get as far as going in there and at least bringing up issues that need to be brought up as far as the forefront. There's a forefront of constitutional violations. You can't just override those. And we clearly see everything that's been filed in relation to Palmira's situation. It's pretty crazy.
They did override them.
Well, hold on. I want you to tell your story without me interrupting at all. I don't even want to say shit once you start going. For real, I'm just gonna let you talk. And on this case summary, we consider she's charged with a concealed carry gun. She had guns on her own property. She didn't even leave her own property. How stupid is that? Resisting a public officer. She has a disability. She has a fused hip, and so her movements felt like refusal to them as far as resisting arrest. But what I will say is, irregardless of whether or not she could have refused all of resistive arrest due to the fact that she didn't violate no crime. She didn't. Yeah, she didn't hurt nobody. There was no crime that was committed, so it was an illegal arrest, and she has every right to refuse arrest. And then a misdemeanor larceny. Her brother asked her to get mail from his house. She grabbed all the mail, put it in a backpack, including the items that he asked her to grab, and she put it all in the backpack and left. She's not looking at everybody's mail in there. She just said, grab the mail. That's what she's charged with right now, y'all.
And I didn't leave. I exited the house because the cops asked me to do that. I was in the driveway the whole time.
Now, we got a magistrate order, a release order. We have a bond posted, notice of appearance, the lawyer. We have an affidavit of facts, amended affidavit of facts, a statement of particulars, a definite statement of facts. Somebody can't spell over there either, because she's misspelling all over throughout these things. Then we have a declaration of a medical condition and injuries, a notice of withdrawal for Joshua Lee, a notice of withdrawal of counsel to the district attorney, a motion to withdraw as counsel. Then we have a subpoena return, another notice, but it's not even in the system for us to see. I don't know what this notice is for on the 23rd.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have a withdrawal of counsel. And then we have a comprehensive analysis and prosecutorial misconduct and ethics violations by the prosecutor, a motion to judicial notice of and comprehensive analysis of the rule of lenity, a motion to suppress all evidence pursuant to the fruit of the poisonous tree doctrine, and a motion for discovery. None of these got addressed. They're not even uploaded. Everything else is uploaded. Now,
They got addressed in the contempt charge.
Okay. The hearings that have been for her thus far, literally thus far, she got released on the 22nd, and the hearings, one of the first hearings was this one, right? 6/24, and the second hearing was it was a motions hearing, just to go over the motions, and they literally went straight to trial. Go ahead, Palmira.
Yeah, it was horrible. I said everything. I said, well, first I started, I'm grateful to be here and to have the opportunity to be here presenting myself. And I was allowed to say that. And then I said, I am here as the living woman on special visitation. And she cut me off right there. No. Those words are not allowed in my court. You can't say that.
Oh.
And I let her finish and I said, okay, well, I reserve all my rights, under UCC 1-308. I am here on special visitation again. And again, she was like, you can be repeating yourself. And then it just started bad. And then I said, I'm here to challenge jurisdiction. And she's like, no. It was not accepted in your last hearing. I do not accept. And I said, yeah, but we cannot. And then real quick, she moved on to calling the sheriff on the stand so he can be a witness. And I said, I object. How is this happening? We have not even addressed all my paperwork. And I continue saying, on the record, are we on the record? And she said that we were, but what record? Internal record that they're going to erase? I don't know. I said, I started reading all the filings I have, all the docs I have filed, and she would cut me off. So I wouldn't say them on the record. Like every time she would cut me off and she's like, okay, you don't have jurisdiction. And then I moved on to discovery and I said, okay, discovery. How are you already showing the video here, the body cam video? If I have not seen it, I have not had a chance, and I filed a discovery motion and it was never responded by the prosecution. And then she's like, in North Carolina, in district courts, you don't get discovery. That doesn't happen here.
Oh,
You know?
what?
I was like, what?
Wait.
You know, so I'm like,
Hey, let her keep talking.
You're doing great so far.
Yeah,
Excellent.
wait.
no,
Yeah,
you're
just
gonna say what to the whole case, to the
okay, Palmyra, just real quick though. Yeah, just
the
kind of
whole
let her.
thing is what?
Oh, I'm
Hold on,
sorry.
Because
hold on, Palmyra. No, it's okay. I just want y'all to really recognize though that there is something different in North Carolina that we've already gone through with Indigo on. North Carolina is strange. Okay. They have a system set up where you go through like this first court and it's kind of like a stepping stone for you to kind of see how court works. And then you go on to a superior court and you have trial all over again. It's the weirdest thing, I swear. You can go to Indigo's case file. She will tell you all about it. You can research all about it. Indigo, North Carolina. It's weird. It's weird. All right, go ahead, Palmyra.
well, the whole thing was weird. Well, first they tired me out. You know, they went through all the cases.
Well, wait a second.
Everybody was
The court was at what time, Palmyra?
started at 9 a.m.
It started at 9 a.m. And
I
when
was
did
there
you
at 9
finally
a.m.
when did you finally get to go to court?
You know, I think it was like 3:45, 3 some.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was like the
It was like
afternoon.
3:30. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
so late. All right, keep going.
And
Star chamber. Did you have a star chamber?
what is that? Star chamber. What is that?
You, the prosecutor, the clerk of the court, and you are the only ones in the courtroom. It's called a star chamber. That's what the
There were
technical
many
term.
officials there. There were all their DAs were there. I don't know for what reason. All of them. I mean, there were many DAs there.
What?
There were even lawyers. There were sheriffs. There was
Any
Honeyleth
public.
and her friend Veronica Barrios. Only Honeyleth and Veronica Barrios and two people on my side. My brother's friend Juan, because he had court there too, and I gave him a ride. And my friend Paula Turner, I used to volunteer at her farm, feeding her horses, and she went there to support me. She's an 84-year-old lady or something like that. And so, only those people. The sergeant, I believe the Michael Cox sergeant was there. The
Hey,
one I started.
we're gonna have to fly out for the next one. I want to see who else can I get to fly out with me to go help Palmyra. Who else?
Do they have Zoom? Do they have Zoom?
Well,
Everyone
no,
can go.
yeah, but
When's the next date? What
yeah,
is it?
what do we have going on?
I don't know. They continued the trial without me. She held me for she arrested me, had me arrested for contempt and said, "We're gonna continue without you. We're gonna have your trial without you." And they did. I have no idea. I just got released. I literally just got home. I don't know. I don't know what I'm still charged with.
All
I
right,
don't know
you're
what
good then.
who
You're good.
spoke
You're good right
at the
now. We'll raise
trial.
it up. No, we're gonna raise it up. It's okay.
It was
Ooh,
my trial and I didn't even
okay,
get
so
to be
just
there.
okay. Well, you gotta finish, babe. I know it's hard. You gotta finish.
And you
All right.
guys should have seen. I mean, it was like a movie. Like I would get up and sit down and then I would just like read everything, all these rules, all these laws and general statutes to her, and I would say jurisdictional this, you're like going over all this, and then I would say, okay, so you're telling me that this court is biased um and prejudicial against me for asserting my rights, and then she'll stay quiet and be like, no, 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 no. Then I was like, well, what are you doing? Like, you're jumping ahead. You're already having evidence. And she's like, we're still gonna have it. Like, she'll let me speak, let me read. and then I said the emergency halt thing and script, and she still didn't care. She kind of seemed like she was going to care about that one, but she didn't at the end. She's just like, we're gonna continue and we're gonna be done with this today.
Do you,
And
excuse me, do you have a complete
I
list
mean,
of everybody?
I went as far as I wouldn't even sit down.
Excuse me,
A
can you hear me,
complete
Palmira?
list of everybody who was there.
The complete list, yeah, complete list of
I hear
everybody in
you.
the courtroom. Yeah. If you could put that list together of the people that were in the courtroom that you're aware of, you know, the clerk, the
No.
prosecutor, the judge, you don't have it.
They had a no trial.
Thomas.
If they
Thomas?
would have had a trial, she wouldn't have been released. They would have found her guilty. You know, they had a no trial. It's just a bunch of fakery, is all it was.
Yeah, well, the
How
thing of
could
it
they
is, the
help?
thing of it is, it's called irreparable harm. They've negligently
Yes.
inflicted emotional stress upon her,
Yes.
and now she needs to file an AO91 with the assistant U.S. attorney.
She could hit for a major injunction though too right now, bro. Real talk.
Exactly, and you know the clock's running, $10 million. Okay,
Yeah.
it's running.
Yeah, the injunction's gonna hit for sure on this one.
So Palmira, I posted in here at 8:02.
I really
posted
tried.
it.
I really tried.
Pardon? I posted the link to the
Thomas,
AO91.
She wasn't in here at that time. Resend it, please.
Yeah,
I did. I put it in at 8:02. Like I said, I just put it
she's
in
lagging.
at 8:02.
And she's
Oh,
lagging.
wait. Yeah, that's right. You're on Pacific time, not my time. Sorry.
Okay.
She's lagging as well.
Oh yeah.
I threw it in as well. Okay, that's all. She's just lagging. She's behind.
The U.S.
Okay.
courts.
Yes.
It's a criminal complaint. It's a one-page document.
Okay, I see it.
Okay. It's going to be Title 18, Section 242, deprivation of rights, and Title 42, 1983.
How are you filing the? What are you filing in conjunction with this though?
Can you put that in the chat?
It's in the chat. What are you filing this in conjunction with though, Thomas?
You basically contact the U.S. Attorney's Office in, I don't know, Raleigh, North Carolina, or I don't know what big city is, Durham, North Carolina, and find out if they have an email address you want. Raleigh, okay, Raleigh, North Carolina. You will have a criminal complaint you want to send over for a referral based upon activity that took place in a courthouse in wherever.
Good.
Okay.
You wouldn't do it in the form of an injunction with TRO or no?
You could do it in the form with a junction and a TRO. Absolutely. But I would file a judicial complaint with the state Supreme Court, the AO91, and find out who the prosecutor is and anybody else. And I would file grievance reports with the state bar. I just posted in there in the chat the Article 1 and Article 2 of the North Carolina, and says, it's funny because I just looked at Kansas. Kansas says all men are created equal. North Carolina says all persons are created equal. So rank and status.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know.
Yeah, we're gonna have to bring forth an injunction on her then.
I don't know, because everything I said,
Both.
they did not respect anything I said at all. At all.
A judge who refuses to hear both sides before making a ruling is an unjust judge.
She was completely unjust. She's crooked. She's
Oh yeah.
Can you
horrible.
please describe
let it
how
get you
this is
down,
in the
though,
interest of
darling. You're
justice?
Well, wait a
stepping
second.
all over
I'd
my
love to
right.
get the transcript.
Yeah, we have
I'd
to.
love to I'd love to get the transcript.
Well, it's not about love. We have to. If there's going to be any action anywhere, we have to get the transcript. So, what I was going to say though is, okay, So you're standing up, you're refuting, you started to speak in relation to, let's just see real quick. Hold on. Let me give you some.
I objected to everything.
Oh no, these are your habeas. I'm over here working on emergency habeas corpuses and everything. I'm like, ah! I swear I was, bro. I'm like, man, let me. Okay,
He
so
said, I know you're going to appeal. Who cares? You know, like,
okay, so you went ahead and hit for that object and demand for an immediate halt of the trial.
yep.
Okay.
And you know that long text you sent me, and then
Yes.
they knew somehow that I was recording. Yeah. They accused me of recording, and I said, no, I'm not recording. And the prosecutor said, so a sheriff went and whispered at the prosecutor in the ear, and then the prosecutor said, Your Honor, I don't want to accuse Miss Stevens of recording, but I do want to say that recording is illegal. Recording in the court is illegal in North Carolina. And I remember reading about this, and I said, no, it's not. I said, it's one-sided in North Carolina. One side can record, but I'm not recording. Here's my phone. She's like, okay, we're just saying that it's illegal. I said, it's not illegal.
Hey, she can say all she want. Bring some evidence. That's hearsay.
And, yeah, and the whole time I was
Show me
like,
the law.
You did the right thing.
Yeah.
Every time you called her out and said, it's not that, it's not that, you kept doing the right thing. Those are your place savers. Those are your markers. Part of the reason Cam's all hot and bothered and seeing how cool this case is. This has got good stuff. And so when you get the transcripts and you add up all the times, let me put my face on, you add up all the times that you said, no, it's not that. I object. Even though she didn't rule on your objection, you're not a bar attorney. You know, you're a common woman and
oh
you're not.
my God, when I said that,
So I love this. You did well every time you know. No, I did that with my magistrate. That's not that. We're not on the public record. This is private. It's public to me. No one told me otherwise. I reject any presumption to the contrary came out of my mouth. And you did stuff like that. You said no, no. So
I
good for you.
lied the whole time, and that's what got me arrested for contempt. Because I was not letting her step all over my rights, and I couldn't. And I said on the record, you're saying that you don't care about my constitutional rights. You don't. You're stepping all over them, all my rights, and I will name them. And
That's
no,
you
no, no,
raising the
no.
constitutional challenge. That's her disregarding her judicial obligation to prevent by not honoring that. You're
Obligation
not
and what else? What else is it? It's a
duty.
ministerial duty.
Yep. She's got a duty, and you accept nothing other than that oath that says she will do her duty. And the thing is, you pulled it all. You're not required to have said it just right. You're required to have substantively raised it. Every time you said my constitution, that's you raising it. So it's all common law stuff.
I
Cam,
said it
this is
many
so good.
times.
We don't need all the legalese. We need what the woman said, man. She's the mother of America,
Oh, and
speaking
she
like mom.
prohibited that I said living woman and special visitation in her court.
Thanks, bro. He just hold
Palmira.
on real quick. Hold on. He
Go
just validated everything I've been telling you, Palmira. I don't
Yeah.
talk to Danny like that all the time. Danny's my boy. He been with me from the very beginning. One of the first 20 foundational members is my boy Danny right here. But he just said everything I've been telling you. It's not about knowing the legalese. You just got to invoke it and say it. It's not knowing perfectly every word that they say. You're so powerful enough. You just need to invoke it in some way that can be liberally construed.
Yes.
Oh my God, when I said
in your
that,
favor.
You
In
said
your
it?
favor.
Did you say it?
yeah, I said that 3 times, and she was. That's what got me arrested, because I said it the first time, and she's like, "Well, I'm gonna follow the law, okay?"
Okay.
Yeah, and I said, "Yeah, you do that," and you know, the actual law, and then the second
Laughing
time,
now. Okay, good.
then she got mad at me, and she said, because I told her, I already told you I'm not schooled in the law. And she's like, well, you should have gone to law school, or you should have gotten an attorney. Let me ask you, Miss Stevens, up to what grade in school did you make it to? And then I read that whole thing again, and she got so angry. You know,
Because she's
she
not
got.
taking judicial notice. Did you say judicial notice at the beginning though?
Yes, of course I did. I said the complete
Oh man,
phrase.
Kim, it's over. It's over.
Yes,
It's
I said the
over.
complete phrase. I was reading it from my paper and I said I'm going to read because of that. I'm not I wasn't schooled in the law and I want to make judicial notice for the record. Um and yeah, that pissed her off a lot when I mentioned the
Good.
feds too, that I wanted to take it up. Like, I wanted to halt. I interrupted the video and I said, Your Honor, excuse me. And she's like, okay, you're interrupting again. And I said, if I may please have an opportunity to say something. She's like, what? What do you want to say? I said, I object to this video being played because I did not have an opportunity to go over it myself, and this is my trial. And then I read the whole emergency halt. Um, and I have it right here. Cameron sent it to me, and I
You
read
want to
it
read
like
it?
this.
Yeah,
I
read it.
I said, Your Honor, I object. This court cannot present evidence when I have not been properly prepared for trial and my constitutional motions have not been addressed. I object to this video, and I got up and I was using my finger. I object to this video evidence as inadmissible fruit of the poisonous tree under Wong Song v. Versus the United States. Your Honor, I was prepared for a motions hearing, not a trial. I have wait, this is not it. No, is it that one? No, it's the top one. That one I did not read. I read this one. Your Honor, by that time, by when you sent me that one that I was reading right now, I had already been arrested. I read this one. Your Honor, I object and demand an immediate halt to these proceedings. This court is conducting an illegal trial in complete violation of the United States Constitution and North Carolina rules of criminal procedure. This court has bypassed all of my filed motions without determination as required by Rule 12D. This court has denied me due process under the 5th and 14 amendments. This court has violated my creator endowed constitutional rights. Your Honor, I have not waived any of my rights, nor my right to trial. I have not agreed to proceed to trial. This court cannot proceed to trial without addressing my threshold constitutional motions. I demand an immediate halt to this illegal proceeding. I preserve my right to immediate emergency appellate relief and federal intervention under 42 U.S.C. section 1983. And I got up and I looked at everybody and I said, 1983. Your Honor.
Okay, so you already laid the groundwork for the AO 91 with those statements right there. So now you've got a gaggle in the galley and sitting on the bench who just have committed conspiracy against rights under Title 18, Section 242. So great job, young lady. Great job. If I was next to you, I'd give you a big fat kiss.
Damn, great
Thank
job
you.
indeed, dude. You said it, and I love the finger waving because that just meant you knew. You
That was
knew. You
just
damn well knew, and you freaking said it. That's what we're supposed to
everything
do.
just felt wrong, like
Hey,
what's
everybody,
happening here?
everybody, congratulate Palmira, please.
Dude,
Good
congratulations.
job.
You did amazing.
Good job. I was
Better than you realized.
Good job. Good
Everything you
job.
said, everything you said was absolutely spot on.
Yep.
I wish Alira had known this for her last trial.
Yep.
You're gonna win the war.
Yeah, no,
but it
Pam.
didn't work.
Well, no.
Okay.
Oh, it worked all right.
It's
What do you mean? It
You
worked.
just planted the seeds. You just
Palmira,
planted the
this was
seeds.
your first at
Dude,
bat.
you riled them up to throw you in jail for contempt. It worked. It didn't. It
Yeah.
sucked, but it worked.
yeah.
It's
You're in a good
germinating.
position.
You gotta
Hello,
understand too, that you're dealing with a corrupt
Hello, appeals
system,
court.
and
Wait,
you're going.
Hello, appeals court.
You
You're
ain't seen
going
it,
to
y'all, but
have.
go ahead, Sean. Sorry.
Thank you, sir. You're going to have to understand you're dealing with a corrupt system, and you've been initiated now to the corruption of the system, right? And you've passed through this initiation, and you are being reborn now because you've experienced the trauma of this judicial system, and you're going to be stronger now, and you're going to be more resilient, and you're going to come back with even more groundedness and support from from your experience. So you did great. You did
It's
amazing.
biblical.
Exactly.
It's biblical.
Someone
You did
read.
biblical.
Someone read this for Palmira, please.
Hello, appeals court.
Right here.
I'll read again.
Here,
Okay, go ahead,
Okay.
Malia.
The defendant represented herself in a trial in district court for carrying concealed weapon, resisting public officer, and misdemeanor larceny. The defendant
Yo.
filed pre-trial motions to dismiss based on jurisdiction, discovery, state and federal constitution basis for the dismissals.
So what?
So they
what happened?
admitted it.
So why are you in contempt, Palmira?
Yeah.
That's what I didn't get. It's
Hey,
like,
I'm from North Carolina. I might have some
Oh,
insight.
shit. Okay, wait. It literally says this, Palmira. Read it before.
watching
The
a
court
video?
finds beyond a reasonable doubt that during the
Are you
proceedings,
watching a video?
the above contemptor willfully behaved in a contemptuous manner. In the above named contemptor did. What did she do? The
She
defendant
defended her
represented
rights.
herself in a trial in district court for carrying a concealed weapon, resisting, and misdemeanor larceny. The defendant filed pretrial motions to dismiss based on jurisdiction, discovery, and state and federal constitution basis for the dismissal.
What the living
How
F
dare
is
you?
that?
How dare
Oh my
you?
God.
Oh
Hey,
my
I'm from
God.
North Carolina. I might have some insight for you.
okay.
Let's hear it.
Hi, I'm Laurie. I'm a fellow Carolinian, Palmira, though the other end of the state, and been involved with people exploring these things for several years. And what we've all found, because all of us have failed in these court efforts, at least in the recent years, is that the entire North Carolina judicial system has girded itself against any of this they call sovereign citizen movement. They know about it and they are trying to smack it down really hard, and they've given themselves a lot of powers to do so that are thoroughly unlawful. Now, there is a clue, and hopefully some of you all smart people here might be able to figure it out. I don't know what the answer is, but when I was arrested in December, the magistrate, as he was letting me out that evening, asked the arresting officer, well, how much did I know about this sovereign citizen stuff? The arresting officer determined I didn't know very much, and so they just did their usual thing. So I suspect there is some way to throw them off. I don't know what it is, but it's somewhere deeper than
I
the
think
usual.
it's the Bible. I think we need to
Standing
start.
tall. Standing tall.
Oh, that hasn't worked. That hasn't worked.
It's the rank and
No.
status. The rank and status.
No.
Rank and status.
Oh, it hasn't worked.
No.
Yeah, it's your
hate speech.
standing. Your standing
We
is the
gotta
most
you
important.
we gotta use hey, whoa. We gotta use their bullshit against them.
Okay, but you're right. But let Lori
You
finish.
gotta
Go on.
show up in numbers.
Go ahead.
Okay, let Lori finish. Go ahead, Lori.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I know lots of people who know the stuff you're talking about to varying degrees, and they've all been working on it, and they've been entrapped by the police when they know they're going to try this stuff in court. The police have entrapped them, throw them on the ground, and they end up, suffering largely. I'm just telling you, it has a high failure rate in North Carolina. And I did post earlier in the chat some of the documents from our School of Government, North Carolina School of Government, where they are teaching the judges and police officers, their articles written on what to do in case of these vexatious sovereign citizens and different things they can employ, and they've all ganged up on it. So it's just a long-standing old boys club. I know my landlord was a retired judge in North Carolina for many years. And so it's just a really big old boys club. And I'm not saying you can't do anything. I'm just saying it's going to be the next level of strategy. That's all.
Okay, what I'm about to do, hold on. What I'm about to do, and listen, Zach's next. What I'm about to do is I'm about to post this up on my Facebook right now. If y'all are fucking with me on Facebook, please go ahead and do so and come and comment on this. And I'm gonna go ahead and tag them too on this. I think I can probably get the court to I can probably tag the court on this one. But
Okay,
I'm gonna
but are
tag
you
them.
sure you want to do that? Because the judge did say you're just
We're public. This is public information. I pulled it up on a website. I ain't affiliated with you.
okay, but this is what
Court record.
she told me. You're just reading something somebody sent you.
Totally biased. Totally
And I said, no,
That's
I worked on
assumption.
this
Hearsay.
myself.
Rebut
I said,
that
I
shit.
worked on this
Objection.
myself.
Hearsay. Prove it.
I'm rebutting everything. I'm rebutting everything because that's hate speech. And it's also something called, I don't know, gee whiz, it's fair trial. What do you do when you're coming up against somebody that's
Presumption or assumption.
yeah, it's a presumption.
Yeah.
It's a presumption, and on top of that,
Chatham
we
County?
are not required to be something that we're not. Sovereign citizens is hate speech. Gotta use their freaking bullshit
I just kept
against them.
saying,
Yeah, you're a
I'm
man
a
or
living
woman.
woman. I don't know
That's
what you
it.
mean. I'm an American. I'm a living woman. I'm here on special visitation, and that she did not care about that. She's like,
Yep.
you're Chatham County.
Special divine appearance.
You want to call me a sovereign citizen, which is a complete oxy freaking moron.
Hey,
Man,
Wesley.
come on, bro. Don't
if
do
I,
me like that, bro. Y'all are doing me so dirty. I'm so mad at you for saying that. Whereas some 2 million young men and women in the United States each year reach
That's
the age
right.
of 21 years. And whereas it is desirable, it's fucking desirable, my nigga, that we reach that the sovereign citizens of our nation be prepared for the responsibilities and impressed with the significance of their status in our self-governing republic.
Yes.
What you talking about, bro?
Yes. We the people. Yeah, we the
Cam.
people.
What you talking about, bro?
Cam.
He purposely riled you up.
I would rather be. Hold on, I'm gonna finish.
Cam!
I'm gonna get you.
I
Hold on
purposely
1
did
second.
that so I could get that reaction out of you.
Okay, well, cool. Well, then I'm gonna give
My brother, you did exactly what I wanted you to do.
Okay, well, then I'm
just
gonna
do
get
it, bro.
Let me
I
finish
love
it.
you. I love you.
So then, I want to be in the self-governing republic.
Hell yes.
Yeah, please stop yelling. It hurts our ears.
I want to be in the
Yeah.
self-governing republic. My bad. Yeah, you got me wrong. I would rather be in the self-governing republic. You dig what I'm talking about?
Totally,
yes.
totally,
Hey,
totally,
Cam.
bro.
So what was Zach wanting to
Cam,
say? Because I think Zach's been having his hand up for a while.
Okay, go ahead, Zach.
I appreciate it. It's just real quick. I just wanted to piggyback on what Lori said. I believe she's the one that dropped in the chat the article from North Carolina, How to Deal with Your Next Sovereign Citizen. And I had actually read down to the bottom of the comments, and there was a prosecutor that had said, oh, yeah, we love to go in here when we get a sovereign citizen and invite all the rest of the prosecutors and lawyers.
That's
So
what they
from what
did.
it sounds like, Palmira, you stood the test. You stood up and you rebutted everything and said everything that they didn't want to hear, and they still threw you in jail, even though you did everything as you were supposed to. So that's why it felt like you were meant to fail and lose, because that's how they set up the system, and they literally brought in everybody as a watch party. So I just wanted to say you did exactly what you were supposed to, stood strong and rebutted, and they just really couldn't do anything about it other than throw you in jail and try to throw you away.
Well said,
You're
Zach.
supposed to demand for dismissal too before you walk out of court. That's supposed to be the last thing that come out of your mouth, I believe.
Thank you.
Palmira,
Question for
can I
Lori.
say something in support of Palmira?
Go ahead.
I think that this is so I come from a very loving side of this too. I get that there's a lot of analytical side on the construction. I get that. I also see this from how a woman would feel, and this is like a physically devastating situation for anybody, but especially for a woman, because we feel
It's psychological rape.
Yeah,
absolutely. And for all those reasons, I just wanted to say that, Palmira, you, even though it feels so detrimental and so singular, you are a part of a group that is not going to let you fall. Okay, you can go get one. I just wanted to say that for Palmira, you've got a group, and you're standing strong on this. I just want to encourage you, because I know that this. Hang on, can you shush? Look.
Hello.
Jack.
This is my girly.
Jack.
Yeah, I just want to ask really real quick.
No,
Jack,
hang
real
on, hang on.
quick.
I'm gonna
Jack.
finish and then I'm gonna put her to bed. So let me finish if you could, please. Yeah, you're gonna go to bed. But for Palmira, I just think I think it's just really, really a founding principle that you are getting. I know it's so hard and it sucks so bad. And I'm so sorry that it's you and not somebody else. But you have such a big fight for just rights. And not a lot of people have that. You have such an opportunity that people don't often have. This is, I often think that whenever I'm fighting for something, as even though we're not, even though constitutional rights are fundamental, it feels like we're 200 years away from actually recognizing those rights.
Yes.
I mean, in my opinion, and or at least, or not us, but the public.
Yeah.
is the public
Well-
servants are from recognizing their opinion. And from
Yes.
that perspective, I just wanted to say to you that you are now becoming a foundational mother, as all of us are in this movement. And I'm pretty sure that none of the founding fathers thought themselves to be founding fathers at the moment that they were doing their thing.
True.
But they were. And
Yeah.
and I know that you don't feel that in this moment. And I just wanted to validate that. To me, it feels like that in this moment, for not just me, but I'm sure a lot of us. But for me as a mother and for me as a woman, I can say that it is very, very, you're carrying a torch for a lot of people. And I just wanted to encourage you on that. And again, I understand it could be it's absolutely deflating to be in prison. I've been there once before, for something ridiculous. I get that. And I understand that it is the worst thing, and you have to literally shower in bleach.
Yes.
Shower
I
and
still
bleach.
haven't done that. I have to go do that.
All right, so Jack, go ahead, Papa Bear.
Thank you very much, Naomi.
I had a quick question for Loy. Has the state specifically defined sovereign citizen? Or are they going by that FBI definition? Do you know?
That FBI definition was kind of the Southern Poverty Law Center that was promoted by the Anti-Defamation League and that those wonderful group of people there from that Middle Eastern country.
Hey, Thomas, you know how I be seeing it? It's how I be seeing it. Hey, wait, I gotta do something first. Troy, go ahead, hit me, Papa. It's your time to shine. I know you got it. Come on. I got one thing I gotta give you real quick, Thomas. Just one thing. My boy
Troy
Troy's
left.
No, Troy is. I'm looking at my guy. My guy is always. This guy's
He's
number
muted.
one. Hey, yeah, but he's getting there. He's cooking up something. You don't understand right now. He's turned on the stove. It's broiling, and it's about to cook that quick. It's about to be done.
Marinating.
Is it meth?
Meth.
No, it's not.
That was messed He said he was cooking something, so
No, he's cooking up though.
Yo,
But
can you get
my
someone
boy is-
out of prison?
my
for-
boy is always on cue for something that is kind of my interpretation on how I see things, because see, I'm kind of a historian as well. So I understand how words and phrases get changed along the way. It's like that hard R word that starts with an N, its original definition was not one that is a slave, bro. It actually was an Aboriginal American in the oldest of dictionaries. Like an original American. So when we really get down to it, I really get like black people was not known as swarthy 300 years ago. I mean, black 300 years ago. They were known as swarthy or ruddy, or they went by different terms. And I just I can see the translation of indoctrination over time and how that displaces the mind not to see clearly therefore falling deeper into that indoctrination, should I say. But I feel like Troy has just disappeared on us. He's gone. I guess he is gone now. I don't see him anymore. So
Well,
I guess
my question was specifically for that state, if they had a specific definition for the sovereign citizen.
Yeah, that's important. I feel like I should know that now.
It doesn't matter if the state has a definition of it. Congress laid it out in 1840.
you got an 1840 bad boy, because I got a
I'm
1940.
sorry, 1940, May 3rd, 1940. The thing you
Oh,
just
you
put
with
up on
me?
the screen
Oh,
right
you
there.
with me on that? You like that?
Brother, if you don't stand on that, listen, like I just said before, the FBI has been indoctrinated by the Southern Poverty Law Center to label all of these so-called people who want to exercise their rights as sovereign citizens. Now, when you understand that about 78% of all peace officers in this country have taken training in Israel, okay? They've gone to Israel for 3 and 4 week stints on how to deal with crowd control in a civil environment. Southern Poverty Law Center, working with the Anti-Defamation League, has infiltrated the FBI to label sovereign citizens as enemies of the state. You're
Now
going to
wait,
tell
what
me
does
in a
that
public
mean though? But what does that?
Domestic terrorists.
Okay, but let's even say let's get away from the status and title of nobility. Let's say we get
Correct.
away from that title of nobility for a moment, right? And we look at it on the principles of the matter. Let's look at it for the principles. Troy, are you ready? Because you're
Yes,
back.
I'm ready.
All right, Troy's ready. Go ahead, Papa.
The principle is I am an American is a challenge to the highest ideals and aspirations of mankind, to self-sacrifice, to devotion, to loyalty and patriotism, to joyful work and courageous achievement, to magnanimity and charity to all and malice to none, and as we seek to uphold and perpetuate the principle of our great republic. And they don't want to see that in sovereign citizens of our self-governed republic, so they label us as terrorists.
Huh.
You hear that? That's the duty of an
That's right.
American. You have a duty to be great, to uplift, to be moral, to be kind, to see each individual as a creation of God. That's your duty as an American, bro. Like, what greater duty can you have? Like, seriously.
Love thy neighbor.
And that's what we are doing every day. And in that belief and in that moral servitude, not only to everybody that we encompass, but for the gratitude of life in which we've been bestowed upon by our great creator, we are labeled as something bad. Please explain to me how. Please. I'm like,
it's a satanic system. It's where they worship the devil. So it's like, you know.
Well, it's a
Oh, this guy that said we worship the devil. This guy that says we worship the devil is exactly.
nah, he was saying that they do, Papa Bear. Oh, I can't even hear him.
Yeah.
You've got to go study that. The demiurge created this material plane. We are sparks of the life of God.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about the God of the Old Testament. I'm talking about the God that created everything.
Incomprehensible. Yeah.
Totally.
So yeah, that's what ties into sovereign citizen. When I think sovereign citizen, like Troy just said, is that sovereign is free. We already know. And the citizen, even though they've redefined it, the propaganda, the new definitions from someone who wants to bring upon their own definitions, it's like, oh, it's defined here as blase blase. My nigga, I can make something my own document and put in the definition on what it means to me.
Well, I think on that definition in the 1940 resolution, it says you are a sovereign citizen of your self-governance.
Of your self-governance, exactly.
You're your only you're self-sovereign.
We are all sovereign. It say that in the Constitution or in the Declaration of Independence or something like that. It's like they use the term, but I think they demonize it. So
yeah,
well, that's why the joint resolution is so strong.
That's why sovereign citizen is not an oxymoron in that case, because we are sovereign citizens of our own governance.
Of our own governance. Yep.
But if you really go the definition of sovereign, sovereign means king, citizen means subject.
Yeah,
You
citizen shouldn't be
cannot
used in that
you
term.
cannot be you
Both.
cannot be a king and a subject at
Yeah.
the same time.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
it's like military intelligence.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
hang
a
on. I respectfully, Wesley, I would say, what is being a sovereign citizen other than if you're a sovereign citizen, how are you not self-governed if your hierarchy, which is whatever that is to you, governs over your physical actions?
Exactly. Meaning what? Meaning what?
Meaning
Yeah.
that you are
Yes.
a sovereign and a citizen of the sovereign who you report to. That
Yeah,
is
14th Amendment
self-governance.
citizen.
Meaning that you will not bring harm to another, though, right?
Oh,
Because
well,
right
yeah. Oh,
we see a
yeah.
quote-
Externally,
we see a quote-
that would be the
we see a quote.
self-governance.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Chill one second, y'all.
Yeah,
We
go
got.
ahead.
Wait,
Go
wait.
ahead, Cam. Go ahead,
Okay,
Cam.
thanks, Papa. Lansing versus Smith in 1829. Okay. Quote: the people of the state as the successors. Okay. The people of the state. What state is that? Y'all answer. The people of the state. What state?
All of us.
The body
State
of
of
the
the
public.
Union.
We
The
the people.
Union
Yes.
state.
Yeah,
Thank
we
you.
the people, yeah.
As
Okay.
successors of its former sovereign, no longer in capacity, okay, are entitled to all the rights which formerly belonged to the king by his own prerogative. Meaning what? We are all what?
We're all sovereign.
Sovereigns.
We're all kings and queens.
All kings and queens.
Okay. So if we're all kings and queens, how in the living hell are we also citizens and subjects?
Because of the Roman
No,
Empire.
no. You're getting it confused by the new definition of citizen because citizen meant one of the body of the public at one time. You were a citizen. That's why I say sovereign is free and the citizen is American. You're a citizen by American, a body of a public. But that American aspect that Troy just spoke of has a duty. See, you're a citizen by duty, the duty to be an American. Troy just told you that duty. That's what you're a citizen of. You're a citizen of America by a duty of the
Your
deep
duty comes before your rights.
In that definition, we are citizen sovereigns.
I mean, you could do it like that.
A
in some
citizen is
I'm
almost
just
like an
saying.
employee, though.
I'm just saying.
Yes, it's
Hey,
by new
a
definition,
sovereign.
Desmond.
You
By new
cannot
definition,
be
Papa.
you cannot be a king subject, but you can subject a king.
God damn it!
All right. We're getting to it now. I feel it. All right. Now, Palmyra.
Ninth Amendment.
Palmyra, what I want to do is all right, so I want to know how we got to the point of getting a contempt. You left off on there. Let's pick it back up on that point.
Well, things just started escalating more and more after I read the halt, and then I guess the last thing I said is I went to the emergency halt script, and I try to say the same thing, and she's like, no, you keep repeating yourself. You will not be repeating yourself in my court. And I was like, okay, well then let me say something different. And I went to a different part of the script, and I just started saying how her continuing to show the video, which was the evidence before I ever even saw it and analyzed it myself, is it was unconstitutional to my rights, and I started I went to like the amendments, that it violated. So I said them all, and that's when she just couldn't take it, and so she's like, "Nope, you're interrupting, and she's like, she just said that I was arrested already. Like I was like, what? Like she had to tell me like 3 times because I was like, I'm still here sitting by myself, And then I guess she sent the sheriff over, and the sheriff's like, you're in contempt. You're in contempt. I'm like, why? And I said, for asserting my rights.
Because they
Uh,
they want to make it like you're incompetent, like you don't know what you're talking about. You
yeah,
need
she
help.
humiliated me a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, even all the way, eh, even when they took me to jail, you know, I had my hair up, I had earrings, like they made me take everything off. They
Did you have
they
to change clothes?
um no, but they wanted me to, but then
They
I spoke
wanted you
up.
to?
Yeah.
Wow.
And
What
then
was
they
they saying?
wanted me, I refused some signatures because they
Right.
wanted me to sign that they gave me all this stuff. And I said, all I had was a cup of water. I said, I didn't even have dinner. Like, you're telling me you gave me a bed, that you gave me a blanket, that you gave me all this clothes. I said, you didn't give me anything.
You didn't give me
He's like,
shit.
he's like, no, but I was told that I have to, you have to sign this. He's like, cause I'm booking you. I said, well, why are you booking me? Why am I here? Am I being charged with something? He's like, well, for contempt. And I kept asking, is that a charge? And they're like, some told me no, and others told me yes.
Oh my
So I
God.
don't think they knew. So I was like, so is it a charge or is it not a charge?
Right.
Um, yeah, it was crazy. I mean, the whole thing was crazy. And then they took a mug shot. They wanted to take my fingerprints. I said no. Then they asked me, where were you born? I said, I was born in Mexico. Which part? I don't remember. I said, I don't remember. I was a baby.
Hell yeah.
I don't,
You know
I
what I
don't.
did? You know what I did earlier is I actually called one of the youngsters. Her name's Layla. She actually had a contempt as well. And when she came out of her contempt, she had another hearing and they dismissed everything. And now we're pursuing a civil suit. I don't know if you knew that, but I called her earlier and she wasn't here earlier. I don't know if she still is now, but um,
Oh, well, I'm so sorry that she got
well, she wants to
arrested
talk to
too.
you. She wants to talk to you.
Yeah, I would like to talk to her.
Yeah.
Hey, did you give your social security number?
No, I said, they kept asking and I said, no, I don't, I know what I have to give you and what I don't. And he's like, well, it's because you're telling us you were born in Mexico, so you know, maybe we have to call immigration. And I said, I know what I have to give you and what I don't. So they wrote that I refused to tell them.
Yeah, you
It's
better.
like, well, I refuse. I don't have to tell you that.
Yeah, you don't.
And I said, and I'm working on my status with the what I said, Homeland Security or something like that, or the Department of State, I said.
Chill. Okay,
Yeah.
so overall, the whole experience, how do you feel?
Um, like I went through a battle, like I fought like I had never fought before for myself, but not only for myself, for the people's rights, because I don't wish this upon anybody. You know, I, it was just wrong. Everything was wrong.
I felt you
Those
fighting
people,
for me,
if
girl. I
I
appreciate
can
it.
have a definition of evil, it would be that them, their behavior, their
This is the beast of the system.
Their job is to create trauma. That's what
Yeah,
their job
they
is.
wear the black robe for a reason, you know?
Yeah, Grim Reaper motherfuckers. Yeah.
Yeah, them the black robe boys, you know? They
I got too emotional. Yeah, and
Stressful.
stressed, and I kept breathing, but I was just, I feel like if I would have just remained quiet and not, I don't know, maybe I could have done something different. I would have not had been, you know, I wouldn't have been
Darling,
arrested.
darling, if you had remained quiet and just bowed your head to them, you'd be their slave.
Yeah, and I'm nobody's slave. So,
From what
I
I'm
mean,
Exactly.
I know
That's
they
why
want
I'm
us all to
proud of
be
you.
their slave.
That is why I am proud of you. My husband's proud of you. Everyone in this group is very, very proud of you for standing up and standing firm against that
Booyah.
tyranny that you faced.
Amen.
Amen.
Hell yeah.
Yes, thank you very much. It means a lot because my family, my close friends, my people, they don't even understand what I'm talking about. They just call me crazy. They say I'm stupid. They say you should just, if you don't listen, you should just do what we say, get a lawyer. And I stood there by myself with all those people against me. And because I know it's for a greater purpose, but it's very hard when the people around you don't see it.
Can I interject?
Yes.
Just understand, I stood 6 years in the Marine Corps for your rights. And understand, many, many men, thousands and millions of men have died or buried in foreign countries because of your rights. Always keep that in the back of your mind.
Hey.
Yes, sir. Thank you. And thank you for your service too. Yeah.
Palmyra, would you have done it different?
Yeah, shit. Don't thank me for my service. I went to the Marine Corps to get college education. And that's why I'm here talking to you guys now.
Hey, Palmyra, would you have done it any differently?
Yeah, probably. I don't.
Hold on. Here, go
It's
ahead, Palmyra.
because I try to think like what I would have done different, but no, because there was no other way. I was every time I would say 2, 3 words, it's like, no, 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 stop, stop, stop. You can't say this, you can't say that. So, at some point I was just like, I'm not going to stop. Okay, well, if you want me to stop, I first have to say this on the record. Are we on the record? Yes, we're on the record. Well, if I have to say this on the record. I have to say this. And I did interrupt, but at the end, because I was not given any other choice. So how could I have done it differently?
Yo, y'all
I
give
don't
another.
understand.
Yo, y'all give another whoop up for Palmyra, man. She killing it, bro.
whoop,
Like,
whoop,
man.
Hooah, baby, hooah.
What?
I don't know how you could have done better. You did amazing.
How long
I'm
were you in
proud of
jail?
you, Palmyra.
Palmyra
That's my
Lioness.
girl.
Palmyra,
Foundational
Proud to
mother.
be an American, you know.
Foundational father. Foundational
you.
mother. You are
That's
so
it.
great.
That
I
was
love it.
Sarah. What's up,
Well,
Sarah? Yo,
I'm
you.
grateful that you guys exist and that there's people who feel that this is the right thing too, not just me. And it's just like,
Palmyra,
yeah. And
your
I
birth.
also, Palmyra, I also want to share because I know it's frustrating because you're doing what you're supposed to. But the more you're actually doing, and what I experienced similarly, because I've never been arrested, and honestly, to be railroaded, it shows you're doing something right
Right.
because they are hitting you harder. And
Yep.
it's really fucked up. I hate to say it, but as women, they think we're an easy target.
Yep.
Oh
And
yeah.
it is. It's
Every
extremely
time she said you
stressful.
can't, it meant, oh, yes, you can, and more so. Every time she said, no, you can't do that, that was proof positive that you're screwing them over. They can't take it. They're going to crack.
Palmyra, your family may think you're crazy and doing weird things, but this family welcomes you and you're part of us. And we, as Cam said, the great I am, but we're all crazy. We're doing crazy stuff, but it's for the greater good. And you're no crazy, and we're all part of you, and you're part of us, and we welcome you here.
Thank you.
I love you,
Thank you
Bob.
very much.
And if anyone ever wants proof of this discrimination they have between men and women, just go look at my fridge video. When he first approached me by myself, he wouldn't let me say more than 3 words before he'd be cutting me off and talking over me. Whereas then my husband came on the scene and he actually had conversations with him. Why does he deserve conversations, yet I'm just your slave that you just make orders to and treat like I don't have a brain?
Yeah.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
I think it's really
And he let
important
him
to make
drive it
this
home.
group.
Hey,
I think it's
Garland.
really important to make this group super friendly to women because it is so supportive, and that is so imperative. And there's not a lot of places. I mean, most women are not in this group or into exerting their rights.
Y'all
They're
better watch
scared.
out, cause like Sarah's strong as fuck. I don't know if y'all.
Yeah.
No,
ever-
no, 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 no,
If
no.
y'all-
I don't
if
mean
y'all
to
ain't-
diminish anybody
y'all-
who is into it. I'm just saying,
If y'all
I
ain't never,
love it.
yeah,
Sarah,
cause y'all.
I think
if
what
y'all
she's
ain't never-
getting at
if
is
y'all
like
ain't
what
never-
I was told recently. I recently had someone say that his wife purposely told him to tell me hello and that I'm an inspiration to her as a woman. And it's like, I'm just doing what I think is right.
yes,
I
that's
mean,
what I was
I don't
saying.
even know
Was
how
that
to
I
say to
love
that.
it. I love it that women are supporting women here too,
Yeah,
because it
thank
is
you.
hard.
Yes,
Hey,
thank you very much.
I'm trying to get one more off in this thing. I've been trying to get this girl V off in this thing for a while because I know she's smart. I know she's smart and she would empower. But I also got Teresa off in this bad boy too. And Teresa, right now, I was just showing y'all a screenshot. Teresa been going 5 years on a lawsuit that stems all the way back to being arrested and tackled on the beach because of a COVID.
Wow.
Oh,
5
who's
years.
gonna bust that ass?
Bro, she done got like 2 different law firms, like, and like 3 different lawyers, like disbarred. Like, Teresa
Good.
Bucola, not playing, bro.
Oh yes,
Not playing.
I'm here for women being a part of it. I love it. This is actually why I love this family the most.
I might even go down. I might even go down to California to see Teresa. She's posting like, "Hey, my hearing is August 8th. If y'all want to come down, I might go down. She's a beast. I might go down. Yeah, I need
August 8th, where at?
down in Los Angeles.
Oh, bet.
Yeah.
If anybody's in Florida and wants to go with me, if I have to go to court
August
again.
8th, I'm there.
August 8th. Let's do it.
I
What's
got a
up?
court case August 5th, man. I'm trying to.
Where?
In Dalton, Georgia.
Downey, California.
Okay,
I'm like,
listen. Okay, if you're wanting me out, the only problem is my last flight got canceled. I don't know why.
We don't know why still.
We still don't know why.
yeah, let's find out how much is it.
If you need to fly me out, fly me out. I'm coming. Just
we got a book
I would rather be on Alaskan. Let's just say that.
I'm gonna get with you heavily in a minute, Cam. I swear I'm gonna pay for some time. Bro.
Cameron, send me a
When,
link.
Cam?
Yes.
When I met Teresa Bacola, she didn't know there was sections and penal codes.
Hey, she killing it though now, Robert.
Oh, I know. I'm just telling you that I met her I was putting on a bar grievance.
Oh, you're muted. Oh, you muted yourself.
Oh, I was putting on a bar grievance, like a seminar for a bunch of people in Carmel, and that's where I met her. She didn't even know there were sections to the penal code. Anyway, I'm the one that talked her into finally going back into court and getting her criminal matter dismissed.
Hell yeah, bro.
I'm instrumental in a lot of stuff she did. Anyway.
Oh, bro.
Wow.
Okay, so everybody shout out Teresa. Everybody shout out Teresa. What's up,
Shout
Teresa?
out,
Say what's up?
Hello, Teresa. I got a number. Well, the person sitting next to me, he's like, he was. I asked him, "What are you here for?" You know, before my time of the hearing, when there was still people in the court, and he's like, "Oh, well, I'm here for this and that," and I explained to him that I'm presenting myself, and I showed him my folder and a little bit of my documents, and he's like, "Oh, well, you seem, like you're well prepared." And he's like, I said, "Yeah, if you ever want to study, just let me know." And he's like, "Well, can I get your number?" And he's like, "Yeah, I really do need help." And he's in deep shit too, and he's trusting the lawyer. He got assigned a lawyer by the court, public defender. Yes, thank you.
No, a public pretender.
Pretender.
And I told him, look, that guy right there, that big shot right there, is the guy I fired. He was my lawyer, and I fired him. And he's like, you fired that guy? I said, yeah, I fired him. He's incompetent. And I said, what they do here to all the people, what I've learned is that they just extend, their courts and their cases, and they don't do anything. The guy doesn't file anything for them. I said, just make sure they give you, that the public
Well,
defender
they
gives you a
get
written
paid.
agreement.
They get paid for that. Sentencing you, it's like a commission. So the judge gets this big commission, and he pays the defendants or the people that you're going against, and then the attorneys get a payout off that. So they're against you no matter what. It's not even good to have an attorney, I believe. Like, I think if you can get someone, that's just my opinion.
They're all on the same side.
Yeah, for real. The bar
I'm
is
so happy this group exists, because I'm not gonna lie, the system is designed to break to break you and break us. And I did have weak moments in which I was like, I'm done.
You did, dude.
Then I
You was
had other
like,
moments where I'm like, no, I'm coming for you guys even stronger.
nah,
But
nigga, nah, nigga. You was like,
There we
oh,
go.
I bet you did. That's why I can't wait to hear the recording, because I know you was recording that whole time. But I was like, at one point you was like, Cameron, I'm cooked. I'm
yeah,
done.
no,
I was like, my nigga,
I
what?
felt like that because everything I would say was like, no, stop, don't say that. You
But
can't say that.
you gotta keep going. You can't
And
stop.
then when they told me, that I was recording and that it was illegal, and and I was like, shoot, like they caught me. How? I don't even understand how they know I'm recording. And I took two phones. I took two phones in, and I used one to record, and I had my microphone here. And I don't know if I had my blazer over, so I don't know if it had like the light was showing or what, even though I dimmed them, but I don't think so. I don't know how they know I was recording. I really don't know.
Was it a court of no record?
Nah, it was
I
on.
don't know, because I kept
She
asking, are
asked.
we on the record?
They
And the
said, yeah.
judge kept saying yes.
Yeah, they're on record.
But I don't know what kind of
That's what I'm
record.
saying. North Carolina's different, bro. There's some weird shit.
They
if
don't
they're
care.
on record, they gotta keep that, because if they don't, then they're destroying evidence for your appeals court.
Lana, where are you at?
That's what they do. They're all about tampering with the evidence. Don't we know this?
Oh,
That's
you
why
beautiful girl.
that's why I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know what they showed in the whole evidentiary body cam video. Like, they took me away, so I didn't see it all. So I'm like, how do I know they showed the whole thing? How do I know that they didn't only show the things, things that were incriminating me or something, but what I saw, nothing was incriminating me. So
Well, there's the suppressant. They're engaged in the suppression of evidence that exonerates you. Okay, so they are engaged in a conspiracy against rights.
yeah, so how do we win this? I mean,
Lana.
Standing. Standing.
Yeah.
That's how we win, standing.
Lana.
Ranking
You
status.
don't know that
I
you haven't won
stood
it,
till
Mom.
the end, but
You
God.
don't know that you haven't won it.
What do you need, Cam?
Check out those documents I posted earlier. It describes some of the tactics, at least in North Carolina, that they're doing to stomp everybody down, so you can see more what you're up against if you're unfortunate enough to be in a North Carolina court.
Lori, will you
Yes.
put those in the Discord, please? I saw them up top, but put them in the Discord, please.
I'm not in the Discord.
Oh.
Yes, you are. Lori, you're Lori Top Dog.
No, I don't know.
Oh, she's not Lori Top Dog. Okay, we got another Lori. Sorry.
It's okay.
It's all right.
I'll find him and repost him.
You want to get in the Discord though, Lori?
I don't know that I have the bandwidth for another thing at this moment.
You should
I'll
find
look
it.
up when I'm ready.
Danny said you should find the bandwidth for it.
Do you need a drummer and a guitar player? Oh, sorry.
Only if you play really
Bandwidth.
good swing music.
I play
I
guitar.
love swing. That's my language, man. That's my music.
36 years.
Palmira, real
Horse
quick, I
can
was gonna say that's how you should have known that you had him when they presumed that you were recording, because what they feared most was you making the example out of them.
Boom.
Yeah, good
Yeah,
one.
that's true.
and if the
And
court
it goes
assume
back to the accusation. I'm sorry, where are you coming up with this? Why are
Yeah.
you accusing me of something? What does this have to do with the case right now? They're trying to divert attention.
Yeah, well, when the prosecutor said that's illegal in North Carolina, I quickly just I couldn't help it. I just said, no, it's not, because I remember I read that it's not, that it's one-sided in North Carolina. I just couldn't remember the statute, but I said, no, it's
and
not in North Carolina.
they're probably North Carolina, like they even use. There's two different states, so there's state of North Carolina, and then there's
No,
like
listen, there's some
how-
shit in North Carolina. What happens is literally, bro, I'm dead ass. I wish I mean, I could probably text Indigo right now and she might come on. She might, but she might not. It's pretty late. She probably won't. She'll. But Indigo literally went through this, and I think we went through the research, and it's in the Discord. If you're under the Wisedome role, if you've gotten yourself out of the noob status, or you're a foundational member, you automatically get it. But what happens is Indigo goes, and what we find is North Carolina has this like dual trial system. And I forgot that with Palmyra. It's like they get an opportunity, and literally it's explained like this online. They get an opportunity to move forward and go through the trial process as like a test run. Literally, I'm dead ass.
Yeah.
It's like a test run. And then you get to move on to the next one where it's more real. I'm
trial
dead ass.
trial de novo.
Right.
Trial de novo.
Why do
trial
they
de
do
novo.
that?
I don't know.
And if they assume you
Extract sums
consented,
greater than allowed by
Break us.
law. They're harvesting your output.
Yes.
Their energy. Yeah. So
I
anyway, gentlemen,
can't find any other explanation.
you know,
it's black magic.
gentlemen and
is
ladies,
Satan
I'm going to sign off. Have a great night. God
Wait,
bless
Thomas.
you all.
Wait, Thomas.
Thank you, Thomas.
Bye,
Oh,
Thank you,
Wait, Thomas.
Thomas.
Let's give you a proper goodbye. Everybody, y'all say bye to Thomas.
bye, Thomas.
Bye,
Good night.
Thomas.
Thank
Take
you
care.
for
You too,
being
bro.
here.
Thomas.
Thanks for everything,
Thomas, you're
Thomas.
a good dude, man.
Thank you, Thomas.
You guys have a great night.
Yeah, thanks for
Have a
blessing
good
us,
night,
Thomas.
Thomas.
We
You're
really
welcome.
enjoy
God
you.
And
bless.
anybody that wants to,
We do hope.
God
We
bless,
do
bro.
hope. Hold on. We do hope that you come back. You was definitely beneficial, and we would love to have your mind frame in our beautiful Wisedome.
Come on back,
oh,
Tom.
thank you. Thank you
Oh,
very
yeah.
much. I appreciate that very much.
Thank
And
you,
also,
Thomas.
I would extend an invitation. Tomorrow we have jurisdictionary course from 3:30 Pacific to 6:30
Wait,
Pacific.
but wait. Alira said y'all got some bad apples. You got to get the bad apples out first.
It's just me and Sabrina doing the class. I mean, Kevin shows up occasionally. He doesn't show up all the time. So all I'm trying to say is you can go through Alira and purchase the program of jurisdictionary, but the principles of what it's teaching in there, it takes time. It takes time to learn these processes.
But Thomas, let's keep it real, bro. When Graves came on, bro, he did not make a really good impression.
No.
Okay? So you just need to integrate
Well,
yourself. At
it's-
this point, you just need to quit. Wait. You just need to. If you're gonna really do it, Thomas, you just got to quit separating yourself and come all the way in.
All the way in what? I don't
All the
get it.
way
I
in
mean, I
Wise-
work
all
with
the way
like
in
five
Wi-
different
all the way,
groups.
all the way in Wisedome, all the way.
Well, you can pick my brain as much as you want. I mean, you want me to make a commitment to Wisedome and
No.
abandon my.
I didn't say abandon anybody. What? What are you talking about? I'm just saying,
No.
if you're gonna do this whole jurisdictionary for real, and you're gonna bring it it was brought in a little bit in the Wisedome, and I was like, wait, hold up. And the only reason being is because I ain't know full capacity of what's going on, so I kind of have to be wary of what's going on a little bit. Cause things just move so fast for me, bro. I just got so much thrown at me, bro. Like it's literally like before I even wake up, I'm working until 11 o'clock every night. Literally, it's crazy. So
It's sort of like this, you know.
can't.
I've been playing guitar since I was 9 years young, and
Yeah.
it's sort of like giving somebody a guitar, and they're so excited about the guitar, they love it. It looks great, but one thing you forgot to put on the guitar was strings. Okay, strings. You got to have strings to play it. You gotta know the rules.
I've
And
got
so
strings.
anyway, all
I've
right.
got strings. But it was great having you, bro. Thanks for coming through.
Yes,
All
thank
It
right.
was
you.
God
awesome
bless
having
you
you,
all.
Thomas.
Travel
Yep.
safe.
Have a
All
good night,
right.
Thomas.
Be
Consider
well.
coming back, Thomas, just to come back. That's
It
all
will.
Cam was saying.
It
Yeah,
will.
I
Be
gotta
part.
have the strings because it
Yep.
felt like I didn't have all the strings today.
You
The
did
strings
great
are
though.
coming, hon.
No, Palmyra, you did.
Yeah, you killed it.
Wait,
It's just that it feels weird.
Wait, everybody's got to reinforce Palmyra on this one.
You had
You
all
were
Yeah.
amazing, Palmyra.
Great
Yep.
job.
you were pulling them too,
You
man.
saw how messed up their contempt charge was. You saw that with your own eyes. You created that mess up in them. You short circuited them, man.
You
Even
had
if
a
you
whole
have the
room of
strings
lawyers
to
shaking in their
She's in
cheese.
contempt for standing up
Listen,
for herself. My God,
that's
I've
what
never
I'm
read
saying. She's
Yeah,
not even.
no, that's
F
garbage.
She
was
had
that,
all the
man.
strings. Do you not see the reasoning behind the contempt in and of itself?
Yeah, I
Never
kept
read such
telling
a thing.
everybody like, okay, they put me here, the judge put me here for
The reasoning was for you standing up for your rights, Palmyra. That's
asserting
the
my
reasoning
rights.
on the
Yeah.
paperwork.
even if you have the
Wow.
strings on the guitar, it takes years of practice to learn how to play it. And that's what we're all doing here. We're practicing.
Dope.
Hell
That's
yeah.
true. Yeah.
But I
Practice
know
makes
Palmyra did it.
progress.
Y'all don't even understand. She recorded it. I was like, you know, my friends, Quentin and them, they be having like this thing they be putting up under their shit and they be recording and they be like,
I went to buy one
and she went to buy one, bro. She went to buy one the next day. She was
yesterday.
Cam,
Yeah, yeah.
isn't that treason that
what?
when they said that they put her in jail for standing up for her
It is
rights?
treason.
That's
That's
treason.
treason. That is treason by a foreign
Bad,
officer,
bro.
period.
Bad, bro. I know, bro.
It's bad. That's bad karma, man.
I'm
You know what?
just
Their
like,
contempt was administrative. She probably is in contempt. It's probably administratively true to the sheeple that don't know that if you bring up the Constitution, you are in contempt of our
first off, it
administrative
can't
process.
even be
So
criminal. It can't even be criminal
it can't.
contempt.
Yep.
Well, and
And
that's
they
what I
didn't
was
state.
also going to point out. I wanted to also remind you in the moment because you're still trying to shake off that crazy, shitty shit energy.
Yeah.
They gave you evidence. It's kind of like my public pretender sending him an email and totally outing the whole collusion conspiracy. They basically gave you
They
documentation
gave you everything.
In writing.
In
Yeah,
writing.
you
Writing.
have
In handwriting.
you
In
have it.
handwriting.
Crazy.
Even
What?
better.
The sheriff and the
Handwritten.
judge have it on paper that the reason why they violated your right is because you were standing up for your rights.
Oh my god, bro. Oh
I
my
had
god.
not
No,
even
you're
had a
About these
chance
little
to read it.
details, but they will add up. Is the point?
yeah.
Here, I'll show you, Palmer. I'll show you. She's like,
No,
I haven't even had a time. Let's show you again one more
I
time.
mean, the paper's somewhere in my
No,
car.
it's right here in front of you, right here on the screen.
Yep, I see it.
Stop standing on your rights.
for her
I'm going to
again,
violate
Cam.
your right.
Read that for her
No,
again.
let Joe go. Let Joe go.
Yeah.
Joe,
Read
read
that,
it.
Joe.
So the reason for contempt, the defendant represented herself in trial in district court for carrying concealed weapon, resisting a police officer, and misdemeanor larceny. The defendant filed pretrial motions to dismiss based on jurisdiction, discovery, state, and federal constitution basis for the dismissals. It's like you're gonna. So I'm being arrested because I'm standing on my rights. It's insane. Palmyra, you are in you've gone through an emotional trauma. You
Yeah.
shake that off. Shake that off. It's going to take some time. I get that, but you're sitting in a good position to come back. One thing, this is going to make you stronger, and then so you're the next time around is like easy peasy. Here, I'll just tell you real quick, Cam. I just kind of want to share with Palmyra. So me and my son were at his court arraignment, and he stood on his Sixth Amendment right to assistance of counsel, and they didn't want to hear it. They didn't want me up there with him, and they ended up placing me in cuffs. They threatened contempt, and I hit them back every time. They're like, "We're going to hold you in contempt, Your Honor. I'm here in peace and in honor to ensure that due process of the law is upheld and that the rights of this man." He was my son. I was referring to him as a man because he is. That this man is here to exercise all of his rights, including the right to assistance of counsel. I am not speaking to the court. I am only speaking with him as he needs assistance in this matter, and that's it. And then, so they continued to threaten or arresting me under contempt of court. And I was like, I'm not obstructing anything. And I was hitting them back. I'm not obstructing this court in any way. I stand here in peace and in honor, exercising the people's rights. So now you tell me what it is. So anyway, my point is that you it sounds like you hit them back every time they said something. You hit them back. You hit them back every single time they did. And that's the thing. You got to rebut it. You don't let anything that they say slide. And so it sounds like you did a really good job. I can't wait to really get into it and hear all of it. And I'm really looking forward to getting my son's case, getting that transcribed and having you guys listen in on that and seeing where how well he did and where you can pick out the parts of what can be improved and things that that just they've entrapped themselves into a position that they can't get out of, and that's what you've done. You've entrapped them, especially when it's on that paper. That is so ridiculous that they're going to hold you in contempt for standing on your rights. It's insane.
And at the sheriff's station, not at the sheriff's station, the sheriff's at the detention center where they had me, I guess the jail, they were asking each other, like, how do we fill out her paperwork? And some of them would say, I never had one of those.
Yeah, they never
You
met a
know?
motherfucker like you, huh?
I was like, what do you mean? You never had one of those? Which kind am I, you know? And I would say, arrested for contempt. And I guess they meant that paper, you know. Like they didn't understand it either, like how I got arrested for standing for my rights. I think that's what they were talking about.
And then you just stand on your right to remain silent, and then you'll really confuse them.
That's pretty empowering, though. I mean, your paperwork is like bar none. Like nobody's ever seen some shit like that before. You get contempt for fucking standing on your rights. Like, where do you get that at? That's amazing. That's a big time. Like, you can flex with that paperwork. Like, you're like, look what I got arrested for. I got put in contempt by the judge for standing on my rights. Like,
right?
What? I feel like it's almost a scapegoat too, though. Like, you got to really think about it. Like, did the judge intentionally do that? The judge can't be that stupid, bro. They had
At some point, the judge was
like, what if the judge was intentionally being like rude and bullshitty to be like, I'm gonna get her up out of this court so she can get to the right court because I know she'll never win here. So I'm gonna just write some dumbass shit real quick so she'll just take it up to the next one, get it up out of here and get the remedy she needs, and it won't be blamed on me because everybody else here is so stupid that they can't even comprehend.
They just wanted to get out of the court so they could move past it, so they could, you know, stop embarrassing yourself, and then they're gonna dismiss it off like they've been doing.
That's not what I heard, Cam. It's not at all. Sorry, Troy. Finish your thought, bud. Sorry.
No, I'm done.
It's not at all what I saw in that writing. What I saw in that writing is a sloppy loan officer, like I used to be a loan officer, and it's like trying to throw some conditions against the wall just to get the loan closed, and laziness. I saw a sloppy, lazy, let me just say something, approach of an administrator overburdened.
We're in this small community. We really don't care. We're gonna be sloppy with it. It's
now,
just
who wrote that? Was it the sheriff?
Yep.
Was it the sheriff?
That was the judge.
No,
that was the judge.
That was
yeah.
the court.
That was the court.
the clerk. Excuse me, the clerk.
Yeah, the clerk. Okay. So even worse for the clerk. My God.
Yeah, she don't get the title of judge, bro.
I felt like the judge was lazy though.
Yeah.
like me witnessing how she managed the cases of the other people there before mine, because I got to see everybody's. She was just going with whatever the prosecution oops, sorry, was asking her to do. um she was just at sometimes she was like, she would even look at them and be like, well, like, tell me what to do. Like, what do you want me to do? And I was just like, this is unbelievable. Like, these people here are just letting the prosecutor, and you could tell that it was more like the prosecutor was the judge there. Like, she had more power because the judge was doing what the prosecutor wanted. That's what I got.
Bias.
Well, I have
Bias.
I had a
So let's get on to Kate. Let's get on to Kate's case at some point because it's getting late.
I
Doesn't
have some
Kate's up on Friday.
very
Okay.
quick
That's
intro here
bias.
for Palmira. You may have,
Can I
with all the
ask one thing real quick? Because Cam had sent me a message and I'm about to go to bed myself. Cam, can I just, what did you want me to talk about real quick? Sorry about that. Did Cam disappear?
You're good, Lana. Go ahead.
Yeah,
I don't know what he wanted. That's why I was
Yeah,
asking.
he's calling for you. That was it.
Well, yeah, he took off for a minute.
Oh, he probably went bathroom. He's been standing around for a while.
Hey, everyone, tell Thomas good luck for them in court tomorrow. Good luck, Thomas.
Yeah,
Good luck, Thomas.
Okay, good luck, Thomas.
Thank you.
Let us know how it goes.
Thumbs up.
I'll let y'all know.
Good
Stand
luck,
up,
Thomas.
baby. Stand up. Rebut that shit at all turns.
Yeah.
Speak to them like they're your kid and your dad, and you're pissed.
You got
Take
you
some
got
notes
this,
from
Thomas.
Palmira.
You got this, Thomas.
I really wish somebody would have recorded that hearing, because I don't know. I felt like that was out of a movie or something.
Well, can
You
you
recorded some of it,
Bet
didn't
it
you?
was recorded.
I mean, like, video, everything, the whole thing. But yeah, I recorded. I haven't even checked my phone because I took two phones, and at some point I removed the microphone I had here and just left the phone recording, because the microphone has a light, and I didn't want them to,
tape over it next time.
sorry?
Tape over it. Like put tape
Yeah,
over
that
it.
I should have done that. Yeah, I
The
didn't.
little green light. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, the green light. And so it kind of
In a
was
pinch, you can use
intimidating.
gum.
Yeah, I had mints.
Just saying.
Yeah, gum works too.
It's a learning curve.
Yeah, take gum with you to court. Yeah, so I just I have to go through those. But I try to record the whole day because I didn't know when my turn was going to be until the end,
You should just
So
always assume you're gonna go last. That's what I've come to notice.
Yeah.
Unless you have a public pretender and you don't know when that's going to turn up.
Yeah.
Which
I
is what
see.
happened to my last one. Yeah. They
Quentin's
they
going.
typically
Cool.
don't want everybody to hear it.
When
Yeah,
when they
that's
hold
what I
me,
got.
Quentin, 1, 2, 3, start.
Yeah, so the
When-
segue here was that I had an interesting story to tell from Kate's last hearing she had a month ago. So we were waiting in court, and it wasn't a packed court. There was only 10 or 15 people, and this guy comes up, this old man comes up, and she's like, John Padalecki, or State of Kansas versus John Padalecki, or whatever his name is. Do you wish to be heard on this motion you filed? It's called what was it?
No, it was a notice and demand.
Oh yeah, it was notice and demand of whatever. I don't remember exactly what the notice was, but he fired his attorney, and then also I think it was an affidavit. I think it was an affidavit that he was stating. Anyway, and then he started reading a little bit from it, and I was like, I'm gonna go catch this guy because this guy knows what's up.
And so, he finished up his thing and he's like, all right, he just wanted a continuance. So it was a really short, but he had said enough to where I was like, okay, this guy knows what's up. So I told Matthew, Kate, and Sydney, I was like, I'm going to go catch this guy in the hall before he leaves. So I let him walk out, and then I wait just a little bit to not, run right behind him and make sure everyone knows that's what I'm doing in the courtroom.
Yeah.
And then I slyly walk out, catch him, and I'm like, hey, man, haven't heard anybody talk like that in court before. And so anyway, we just started talking a little bit, and I told him that Kate was trying to get her speeding ticket and a right to travel, invoking her right to travel. And he was like, oh my gosh, I just found this stuff on TikTok recently. And so anyway, he went as far as to fire his lawyer and started presenting himself in court. And honestly, he knew quite a bit. Like he learned very
Wow.
quickly. And so what the point of all of this is saying is this random 60-year-old dude found the right to travel and just that the whole court system is bullshit via TikTok, taught himself, which is I know how probably a lot of us got here in some way or another. And we found him in person, in the flesh, in the wild. So there's more of us out there than we even think. We just found some random guy on a random Wednesday or Thursday in small town Kansas.
Yeah.
So there's more of us out there than we realize. So I'm in contact with him. I told him about Wisedome. He's not very techy, so I told him to get on the Discord, and we'll figure that out later. But anyway,
Yeah.
so there's more of us out there than we think. So
Thank you for sharing that story. Yeah, definitely. I
Yep.
bet that felt good to find them.
Yeah, well, we were all like,
Absolutely.
"What?"
That's one of us.
All at the same time.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
unfortunately missed Kate's entire hearing because I was talking to him. I feel so bad for that. But
So Kate, what
I
are you
hope
into
it
for
went
Friday?
well.
Well,
I would suggest that when they hold you over and they clear the courtroom, you file a judicial conduct complaint against the judge. And I've done this several times because they often hold me to the end. A judicial conduct complaint against the judge for denying you in a public hearing. It works.
So what was also interesting, I
Thank
think was gone for this part, but when they were scheduling my next hearing, this one for the 11th
for Friday.
the judge said she had mentioned in her comments that she was scheduling all of the pro se people on the same afternoon at the same time. So
That's
all the people
interesting.
who didn't have attorneys were going to be scheduled on the same afternoon so that they could just deal with all of those people
All the
at
difficult
once.
ones at once.
She needs a different robe for that. That's why they got to come back in a different jurisdiction.
Hey, this judge is famous. You can find her pretty easily on the internet because she was a part of a conspiracy to basically she was what is it, the news, she was withholding, she made a backdoor warrant for a small town sheriff or a small sheriff's department to go and raid a newspaper and steal all their information. So like no freedom of the press. She like went around the freedom of the press. So she's a pretty dirty judge, is what I'm trying
And
to say.
she's still up there. Oh.
Yeah, she just moved from one
She just
county
moved
to the
hers-
next.
Yep, one county to the next.
Of course.
Oh no.
So yeah, there was like 2023, there was national, like she was on CNN, Fox, like everything. It was big time. Speaking of dirty,
Michael, the boy's name.
Speaking of dirty, the other thing you want that you should say about your if you were to
What she
file,
told me.
yeah.
So when we were discussing what the next hearing should be, since the one that we just had was a status hearing, she said that the next one would be a motions hearing. But
First off, Kate has filed 0 motions, all notices and demands. Yep.
and my affidavit. So 0 motions, but they've all been notices and demands. But she said that if I were to file a motion to dismiss based on jurisdiction, immediately she would deny that dismissal because she knows that she has jurisdiction and that the court has jurisdiction. So she already told me that
Prejudice.
Yeah, she already told me that she will deny a motion for dismissal.
Well, good thing you're not sending any motions.
Right. So they called my notices too. They called them motions. I was like,
They did that
It's because in the eyes of the court, they consider notices to be motions, because really all a motion is something to move the court. You're
What about
moving
that
the
shit?
court to do something.
okay.
So they like to deem it the same because you're still telling them what you want them to do.
Okay.
The motions hearing is where you have a good chance that they'll dismiss the case. You just keep standing on your jurisdictional challenge, because that's what they did to me. I didn't file any motions. I filed an affidavit, and they dismissed the case at the motions hearing. But I had to go through all the preliminary hearings, and and they just trampled on me all the way through. But once it got to the motions hearing, that they called it a motions hearing, then they finally dismissed the case.
So I filed an affidavit, a memorandum in support of that affidavit, a demur, and then a memorandum in support of the demur. And she went ahead and told me that if there was any motions that I wanted to be heard at the motions hearing, I needed to file it. So essentially, I already have those filings submitted to the court. She just actually needs to read them. So the notice, I'd submitted a notice in demand for written determination on my filings, as well as a bill of particulars.
I'll finish telling you what happened with me. I went in and I just challenged jurisdiction. And I had, four, what they would call motions, at least four of them, that they could dismiss the case on, but it was in my affidavit form. And so she wanted to talk about, I had already said, challenged jurisdiction 3 times. She said, well, I have jurisdiction. And I said, then prove it on the record. I said,
That's what I said.
I said, by what law do you have jurisdiction? And then she wanted to go and talk about the motions, she called them. And I said, I'm not here to talk about anything until you prove jurisdiction.
Boom.
I would not move off of jurisdiction. And
I didn't move. She
did
moved.
good. No, you did good. You did good, but you weren't at the motions hearing. So just keep doing that. Keep doing that.
Palmira, what was the name of your hearing that you just had?
It was a deposition. Deposition. Yeah, deposition.
I think it was a disposition.
Disposition. Okay. I'm gonna log it. Yeah, but that's what it's titled on eCourts.
Okay.
Yeah. They're going to trample on your rights for the first preliminary hearings. But when the motions hearing is where that's your hearing. It's not theirs, and they can't get you for contempt of court for asking questions and doing this and that because it's your hearing. They're the ones in contempt.
To be heard.
Yeah.
Well, what I don't understand is that she says that I already had trial, and I was already tried, and I wasn't even there, and
Yeah.
it's I guess over with. I don't know.
No. Well, you need to find out what they decided, what they did while you weren't there. I mean, you don't even know if they scheduled another hearing, right?
I don't know. Yeah, I was not there.
Yeah, I would I'd get a hold of them in the morning and find out if you can get the recording, a video recording, and what happened while you weren't there.
Yeah, I would really like to know.
You want the recording of it.
Yeah, I do.
So I had asked to get the recording of my status hearing, and I was tossed around from the court clerk to the transcriptionist back to the court clerk, who told me that I was not allowed to have the audio hearing, a copy of the audio hearing. I could come in and listen to it in the county clerk's office or wherever they had set up, but no one, not even the attorneys, ever get copies of it. They only are allowed to listen to the audio and buy the transcription. So that's what my the district court was telling me.
But you
Need
can't
to
get
file
the
paperwork.
transcription.
They've got to give it to you.
Sounds like
I
a
can
presumption. Sounds like a presumption that they can do that, rebut it, just rebut the appearance of a presumption that that is somehow allowed. You need to take that home and you need a judicial ruling on such a thing, please. Thank you.
Mhm.
I think they're only required to give you the transcript though.
Yeah, they and I don't remember where I was reading it, but they told me that they were required and would give me the transcript for a fee, of course, but that allowing me to hear it was sufficient in the law's eyes of letting me have it to that extent.
Wow.
Show me the law.
Continue it to a court hearing, though, I bet you.
You get in the habit of saying, "Show me the law where it says that."
Yeah,
Mhm.
you have
Just
a
like-
right to it.
Prove it
Yeah,
to me.
just like when they're trying to charge us, it's like, show me where it says I need to pay for my access to my own records.
Yeah.
Wow.
That is
Well, I paid a lot for my records.
We all are learning, and I've paid too. I mean, heck, we're paying for, all of the certifications and the sending in the mails and making sure that people are getting copies and all the things. Oh, dude, you went out for a bike ride real quick. Where'd you head off to?
I had to go get some more Modelo's real quick, bro.
I'm over here going, dude, I gotta go to sleep. You said something about talking about my PD.
Yeah, I fucking want you to read this shit, dude. This shit is fucking.
You want me to read that? Oh my god.
Aaron.
This shit is fucking so stupid. I want you to read it. It is the most dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, talk about
Admission. Thank you for your support in more evidence.
Share.
Yeah.
Share. This one's it, right? You can see it?
Yeah, blow it up, man.
Yeah.
I'm about to, my nigga, chill.
Yeah, I just wanted to reach out and address a few of the she hasn't even addressed the fact that I sent her twice requesting more discovery information. It was just in an email, but it was everything for the Brady list and the Giglio and all those things, right?
This is Lana's attorney, by the way.
Yeah, the public pretender. I just wanted to reach out and address a few of the concerns you mentioned in your emails this morning and last week. This is most likely in regards to just the part where I sent the email with the attachment for the state attorney, the assistant state attorney, basically saying, because it's after reviewing the video that it's clearly fruit of a poisonous tree, right? So anyway, he goes, I spoke with the supervisor because she is in training about some of your concerns, and I'll do my best to address them here. But if you have any questions or concerns, I can make myself available to you this week if you would like to make an appointment with me either over the phone or in person. And then she goes on, this is crazy. When it comes to the notation of sovereign citizen in your file, it was explained to me that this is something that is common practice when individuals declare themselves as sovereign citizens. Whoa, 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 whoa. I never declared myself as a sovereign citizen, so I don't know
Prejudice
where the
and
hell that
bias.
shit came. Right? So then this is usually done for officer safety reasons. What bullshit is she trying to tell me? She must be caught. In the past, there have been very tense relations. I don't know why she's giving me a history of this bullshit. It's just bullshit.
It's justification.
Intimidation.
It's justification too.
But this is what her boss told her. Her supervisor gave her this.
Yes, you have to remember she's just being groomed, okay?
Yeah.
So this is usually done for officer safety reasons. In the past, blah blah blah. And she goes, as I'm I don't know why she's trying to imply. In the past, there have been very tense relations between sovereign citizens and law enforcement, as I'm sure you're aware. Excuse me? You have implied all sorts of shit about me. I never declared myself such, but I'm, for officer safety, because I'm a threat. Is that what you're trying to say?
No, it's your belief. It's your belief.
It's a tense relationship, as I'm sure you're aware. I'm over here going, I'm sorry, I've been misidentified as something I'm not, and
No, no, Lana, it's your belief that you're free.
right. So I know that you are not someone who is dangerous or violent in any way, but this is done to give officers a heads up because they don't know who you are or that you're not a threat. That's
Like
fucking
how much they know about
defamation and
everybody they're
discrimination.
it's about how much they know about everybody they encounter. They know zip about anybody they encounter.
No, it's called profiling. Remember that term? They used to use it a lot.
Oh yeah.
It's called profiling. And she goes, I completely understand that you feel this is prejudicial and unfair to you. And I made sure that I brought this to the attention of my supervisor. Oh, you did me a favor there. Wow, okay. Who informed me that there is nothing we are able to do on the criminal side of things. This isn't even a fucking criminal matter to begin with.
Nothing we can do to defend you. We're just your attorneys.
Right. Basically,
Yeah,
he
this is
told
the
me.
attorney.
Yeah. Basically, he told me that you're able to pursue any. See, go take care of your stuff over there. We're over here trying to take care of the judge and their bullshit.
Right.
Basically, told me that you're able to pursue any civil actions you like. Oh, gee, thanks for permission, including defamation, slander, etc., against the sheriff's office, and might even be able to get them to remove the notation from your file. But as I am not a civil attorney, I cannot say for sure.
So he can't dabble into criminal and civil at the same time?
She doesn't have a clue.
His
So
capacity
anyway.
is limited, is what he's saying.
No, it's a she. It's a she, Cameron.
Oh,
It's a
she, excuse me.
Yeah, yeah. Even if you were to be, even if you were to be acquitted, she didn't read my email clearly. She didn't look at the video clearly. Even if you were to be acquitted of all charges or the state were to dismiss the case altogether, it wouldn't remove the notation in your file. This is something that must be looked into with the civil attorney. So many assumptions and projections and bullshit.
Well,
Next.
that just means though that you could pursue that in any kind of civil action and then get the information through interrogatory.
Well, isn't that funny that she's actually telling me that?
Yeah. Hell
And it's
yeah.
not that I'm asking for permission, but she's basically saying, "Oh, we're here to basically fuck you over. You can deal with this stuff later if you really want to."
Right.
Next, as the motions you filed, I know that you identify and have gone to great lengths to remove yourself. I don't know where she's coming up with her stories. Remove yourself as a citizen of the United States. However, the state of Florida does not recognize or accept your citizenship, and the state attorney's office will not be dropping the charges.
Let's do it. Let's do it then. Let's talk on the
Does
merits.
not accept it.
That's all right. Is that the only thing you're going to rebut in every other constitutional violation that's on the forefront? But okay.
See, and that's not mentioned in the letter that is on the overleaf. But anyway, it says I have.
Hold on. I messed up.
Going back up, yeah. It's the last paragraph. I have spoken with them to confirm this is the case. The best way I can explain the way the state attorney's office is to compare your situation to a person who was not born here and came to the United States but is not a citizen.
Wow.
Just because you're not a citizen or choose not to identify as a citizen does not mean that you are not responsible for getting a license or obeying the commands of an officer.
Damn it, Blana. How dare you?
Right?
Wait. There's got to be some. I think I got something for that.
Yeah, how do we address that? They're just like without joining the controversy.
I think I got something.
She's treating you as a subject.
Yeah.
Yeah, you totally read that in there.
Yep.
Yeah, Jane.
She is. You are
I
responsible.
wish we could swear at these people like once and get
Hey.
away with it.
All you
Oh,
got to
me
do is
too.
just say, "Thank you for your opinion." That's it.
Yeah, right.
Well, you've got an attorney, and so she can do that because you've given that right.
Hey.
Well, I didn't voluntarily.
Hey, co-lender. Where'd it go? Damn it.
Calendar versus Lawson.
Yeah, you got it, girl. Tell them.
Well, it's not. Am I adding that to something? Oh, geez. I haven't sent it yet because I wasn't 100% sure on the very last part of it.
Where's it at? Why does it keep disappearing on me?
Because it likes to jump ahead. Mine does
No,
that sometimes.
I think I'm in the. Oh, there it goes. Colinder versus Lawson, in which the United States Supreme Court ruled that a police officer could not arrest a citizen merely for refusing to present identification. There is no such thing as failure to ID or identify. You can sue the police for an illegal arrest and resist arrest with impunity. With impunity! You can resist arrest with impunity! The application of a code or statute to detain an appellant and require him to identify himself violated the Fourth Amendment because the officers lacked any reasonable suspicion to believe that the appellant was engaged or had engaged in criminal conduct. Accordingly, appellant may not be punished for refusing to identify himself or herself, and the conviction is reversed. Take it up to the higher. Lana, you hearing me? You hear? Do you see where they gonna respect what you talking about? Down here on these little bitty courts, they want to argue like they got jurisdiction because that's all they can do. No, you know what? You need to stay here. We need you to argue here. Let's keep arguing because the more you argue, the more you think that we have jurisdiction over you. If you raise it, though, we look stupid. Literally. That's their train of thought in the back of their mind.
My precious. That's their whole thing. My precious.
That's exactly
what it is.
Exactly.
It's disgusting.
With all the dripping drool and everything, and the sharp teeth and the fangs and the green skin underground.
I'm surprised that's not in there. I don't know. That letter's kind of. It's not in that letter.
Hold on. No, you're going to keep going. I'm not done with you. You're going to keep reading.
Oh, I know you're not. So keep going. Give me back the.
All right, I'm coming back. Chill.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. I thought I'm
I
like
gotta figure out where we're at. I got too many things open.
Cam, we need that one in my claim because that's what the judge dismissed the case on is what illegal arrest.
Pop-up bear. I got all kinds of cases all over the place.
But it says you can sue the police for an illegal arrest. So I mean, that should
For
be
the
in my
resist
claim.
of arrest, and you can resist arrest with impunity, especially when there's no crime. It's a Fourth Amendment violation. What do you mean? That's why it's so funny that they brought 2 charges against me for resisting arrest and obstruction or whatever the hell else she brought against me. I forget what Salem did. And then they dropped those 2 charges immediately and bring upon interference. It's like, bruh. Now, granted, I just did. You know what, bro? Y'all need to tell YouTube bye.
Later.
Bye, YouTube.
Bye, YouTube.
Bye.
Peace out.
See you.
Later, YouTube.
Peace out,
Bye.
YouTube.
I don't know how YouTube got this long. Bye.
Whoopsie.